then you don't have that problem.
Hey, we're live.
Hey, we are live. I was trying to catch Kristin talking smack, but it's not gonna happen. She's
She
very
never talks
squirrely. She's fast.
I don't
Ladies
want
and
to talk
gents,
snack.
I'm
We're
Sonny
talking
LasVegas. I'm a full-time
business.
reseller. Are we gonna do Rochambeau?
We're
I'm a full-time reseller. I've been selling for since 2017, I believe. And Jimmy's been reselling for a while. And this person that we have with us over here, Kristin, has been selling for, is it a decade already? Just a little over a decade?
Oh, yeah. I've been on there
2
since
decades.
1997.
Oh, 97. Yeah, I can't do math, folks. That's why I'm
Hold
an
on,
artist.
25 years.
Hey, Google. How long?
I'll be a minute counting.
Hey, Alexa.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, I just got notified you went live, Sonny.
Oh,
Woohoo.
So YouTube notifications are working.
that's good.
You guys are so
Sometimes
good.
they don't
you
work.
guys are so good at sharing stuff on Instagram and stuff, and then I'm terrible at it. I'm just like I don't know what I'm doing over here. I'm tagged
Does,
in 30
does
different.
anybody
Overshare.
really though? You just, if you like what you're sharing, share it.
Yeah.
But folks, we have the awesome co-host of mine. We got Jimmy, Old School Flips down here, and then we
What's
have
up?
Kristin over here, who's been reselling for a while. She challenged me a while back, and
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen her lose to anybody at a challenge.
not.
Definitely somebody for as long as she's been reselling, and we'll get to talk about that. And that'll probably explain why she's a beast at the bins. On top of that, reselling, her hustle, find out more about her, and show you what it is, what I love about her here in this live. And if you haven't already, check her out on her own channel as well. And Jimmy, who also has a show with Ken. They have their own podcast. So we got several things that we're juggling around. So, Kristin, please introduce yourself to all these awesomeness people that are in the chat and that are going to be coming in later.
Hey, guys. I'm Kristin. I'm a rural squirrel. I've been on eBay for 25 years, and oh, you made me beg.
Yeah.
So I just want to have fun doing this, and I like it that we can make a little living on the side and, you know, all those good things. I just really enjoy making connections with everybody, and, you know, especially these two. They're amazing guys, and I'm super grateful to be here. Thank you.
All right, let me get Jimmy up on here. And then Jimmy here. Let's have Jimmy introduce himself.
Am I introducing myself?
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Jimmy, Old School Flips. I am not a rural squirrel. I am old. I didn't go to school, and I flip stuff, so that's where I came up with that name. Terrible, right? Reseller on eBay. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
You spelled the name wrong, Sonia.
TikTok. I'm getting into it. And just the other day I was looking at Ray, Nashville Flippers.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, like I went back. My eyes opened up like as wide as they could get. I ended up getting astigmatism due to it. And he has like 200 and something subscribers on TikTok.
Yeah.
And his YouTube channel is growing. It's just like, wow, like congrats.
200 something K?
What's that?
200 something or 200 something K?
200 something K. I'll tell you right now.
I didn't hear that.
It's up there.
Yeah, he's doing really well over there on that TikTok.
Yeah,
Hey,
shout out
Sherry.
to him, but not shout out to that Instagram post that he sent me of the underwear. And speaking of that, folks, somebody else gave me a shout out for a jock strap. And Tommy Bernhard, wherever you are, probably in Delaware, which is probably like 2 by 2 miles square feet in Delaware, I will find you one day, Tommy. I will find you for starting a jock strap rumor.
Well, I believed it. I was like, oh, hey, this is super sunny Las Vegas.
I'm here.
That's great. Jimmy, have you ever sold any undies?
I don't think so.
How about your own undies?
No, I have not.
Kristin's like, no.
Well, Kristin, you know what? I did. Though. I actually sold some little kids because they were Cabbage Patch Kids
Oh.
like vintage Cabbage
Doll.
Patch Kids doll. Sorry, I mean it's what sells, right? It was vintage.
Yeah, vintage. I know that you can't list it on eBay unless it's vintage. Hey, Grammy Sally, that's my mom.
Granny
Just-
Sally. Oh, let me go in the
And
comments.
I'm gonna tell her how I'm selling underwear on on eBay. You can't sell it if it's used, but you can sell it if it's vintage.
I found
I've sold at least 2 underwears, and one of them did have some ski marks, even after washing, and it sold for around I think $60 something
Why did you
What?
buy that?
because it was a
What are you doing?
collaboration of Kiss the band and
Oh.
Peter Griffin, Family Guy. And there was none out there, and I was like, this is money. So I put it in the bag at the bins, and then when I paid for it, threw it straight in the washer by itself. And lo and behold, even afterwards, like the skid mark shrunk a little bit,
Oh,
but it was clearly photoed like, hey, there
What's
are
happening
markings
to
on the
this
inside.
show right now?
too much information.
But, hey, folks, things sell, folks. And for Kristin, so tell us about the underwear that you have.
That you're selling.
Not that you're wearing, that you
Whoa,
found at
whoa,
the
whoa,
bins.
whoa,
What
whoa.
kind of a show have I gotten myself into? My
Right.
gosh.
So why did you get them? Because it's a very valid reason why you got them.
Well, I did find vintage little really pretty undies that they're really old. Not like really old. They're like 60s, I'd say, probably. They're sheer and they've got the Made in USA tag on them. And Rachel Strickland has sold them before for a good chunk of change, and it makes me feel better to know that you guys have sold others for like $60.
Yeah.
Right.
But and then I found something else that I know that you're notorious for, so I picked them up.
Apparel. I'm
Yeah.
notorious for apparel, not jock straps.
Well, it was in really great shape and very good condition, so I bought it and I comped them out, and they don't look like they're doing too bad. So I did. I bought them.
So there you go, folks. Kristin's getting into undies.
Yeah. No.
But she got them, and she explained in the video too. They're very light, easy to ship, so it costs practically nothing. Especially the one that wasn't a jock strap, the women underwears, undies, super light. Like probably even pay for it. It was probably free just grabbing it. It probably wouldn't even have any weight if she threw it on the scale without anything else.
It was like less than 3 ounces. So and if I'm paying for them by weight, that's a nickel. So,
I love stuff like that where it's just super light and super cheap, and you're like, if I make $5 off of this, that's all profit.
Yeah.
Got Jonathan in the house. We did have Lizette. Lizette commented about Kristin, saying Kristin's on. I got to be there. She hit the notification. I appreciate you, Lizette. I'm about to get to her here in a second. Got Pinji out showing some love out in Anaheim. I love Anaheim. They got some really good food spots. Went over there to Disney probably around 3 or 4 years ago with my wife. Good times. And then
I love him.
got Jimmy's partner in crime.
What's
Whoa,
up,
folks, the chat just kicked off on me just now. Lizette, as I was talking about, thank you, Lizette. She also shared our live on today. Appreciate the love and support of sharing what's going on.
That's my aunt. She is where I have learned so much from, because Aunt Sherry knows. I mean, you'll pick up something and you'll be like, I don't know what this is. It's some old tool or kitchen gadget or something. And she's like, oh, that's a blah, 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 cherry pitter. I mean, she knows everything.
That's good. Kimberly's new here and eager to learn. I hope you learn a lot outside of underwear as well. There's a lot that people inside here, Kimberly, with us three, and then especially those inside the chat right now who are very knowledgeable and are constantly sharing content, which is part of the process of being anything that you want to be. You can't just say, hey, I know what I know and that's enough. It's not if you could get as far as you can, but once you plateau, you got to go seek some information. And that's the best part of it, is that it's not like school. Like school, I was pretty good at school, and then I wasn't entertained by it. I didn't see how it related to what I wanted to do. But when it came to reselling, like decades later, I'm like, I want to do this, and I see how it could help me. And then it has, from hardships, and everybody goes through them. Even when you're good, Sometimes you go down a roller coaster on a ride.
Yep.
It's not the ride you want to get on. And then you find some items that pick you up and help you get out of some financial stressors, which help you get out of relationship stresses, not just like boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, husband, wife. Like even with family, just trying to help people out. It's hard at times seeing people struggle, and a little bit of money can go a long way. So, Kristin, you've been reselling for since when?
97. Well, I mean, if you don't count like yard sales and stuff, I mean,
Mhm.
97 is when we, Mr. Squirrel and I shared an eBay account for until 2004. And then I got my own because I was using his way too much. So since 97, we've been throwing.
What were you selling on, or where were you selling when you started?
So we've lived lots of different places, but, we grew up in central Illinois. So I was listing stuff back there. And first thing I ever listed was a Longaberger basket because they were really popular at the time. And I didn't even put a photo up because it cost extra money to put a photo on. And I did it with dial up, and I waited for the lady to send me a money order in the mail.
And you do the sound effect of dial-up?
No. You know what it sounds like though, don't you?
You do know what it sounds like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's very
Now
distinct.
you gotta try to do this. You gotta do the sound effects, Sonny.
Yeah, you're the one with the master mixing board over there.
Folks, speaking of sound effects, I am trying to get the video to download on Premiere Pro for the super chats because they were coming in the last few times. Yay. Not to say that I'm expecting them to come in, but I am working on a pretty cool video that I feel it's fun and as a thank you when things come in. And everybody else who sent some before, I'm definitely going to showcase one of those super chat videos when I get it together and they pop in. So just because it's the past doesn't mean it's too bad. Send more money and I'll do it. It's not one of those things. But thank you all so much because I'm working on some things, especially getting on a computer. Mine's a little slow. The lives is fine, but editing a video has been taking a long time. And with that, Jimmy, how do you edit your videos on a computer, laptop, what programs? And then we're going to get a Kristin after that.
I use my desktop. I did buy it 2 years ago, and I bought a gaming computer so I could edit. And I use Filmora 11. It's 11 now. And I figured some things out, and my editing right now is smooth.
Your editing is good. You fancy.
I've figured a lot of things out. It took a long time to get where I'm at with the editing.
Yeah.
And it's like when I sit down here, I can get a video done pretty quick now because of a lot of the things I figured out. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Speaking of super chats.
So bad.
Somebody's been challenged.
Got Super Court?
Hey, Super Court.
Got Super Court in the house.
Now you have to do the sound effects, Sonny.
Yeah.
So, Kristin, do you recognize this person here?
Yeah, I know her. Colleen. She's in Florida. She's super great. She shouted us out this morning on her, was it this morning? I think so, on her YouTube. So she's super sweet.
I seen it right before coming in, and thank you. Even with that shout out, it wasn't just me looking at her video like, oh, did you give me a shout out? Cool. I actually wanted to wait and was hoping you came in to highlight you because it means a lot to me when people say like Kristin, right? They see Kristin, they're friends with Kristin. And for those who haven't, like, I love Kristin, very good spirit. I don't think it's always that way. She has to have some times where she's scratching her head, but she doesn't show it. To me, that shows like her resiliency in what she does. And for as long as she's been hustling on her own, probably even before in a reseller, I could only imagine like how things are now. And then she travels. And that's another thing I want to talk about because next week I'm going to be headed over to Twin Falls, Idaho for a week. I may or not be able to do a live on Thursday.
Nice. But love Twin Falls.
I love Twin Falls. I love the coffee shop there, Java.
I haven't been there.
They have a coffee called the Bowl of Soul. And it is amazing. Like my mouth's watering and my soul's mouth is watering thinking of the Bowl of Soul. It's freaking amazing.
Idaho is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. I love it. I can't wait. We'll be there for about a week.
Junk is here. What? Yay!
The peoples are in here.
I've seen Kristin in the zone though at the bins. Like that's the only time where she's not smiling a lot.
Hey,
when
Crystal.
she's at the bins and she's like in the zone, like Jordan at basketball. She's at the bins. I've seen her in the zone picking like.
It's only because I can't see. So I've got this, I sure I have this like scowl on my face because I'm like digging, but I'm like this because I can't.
To me, you look like you're in the zone. Like,
I
literally
know.
just like.
So I'm sure that people are like, I'm not going to talk to her. Look at her. She looks like she's mad. Oh, I just
Miss
can't.
Taffy's in the house. I was looking at her Instagram post earlier of she had a crossbow, I believe. And I was like, man, is she gonna shoot the camera? Because she like pointed it. I was ready for something to like shoot off. I was like, please don't press.
Did she find that at the bins?
No, I believe it was at a garage sale. She got it, I think, for like 20 and it sold for like 100 and something. So awesome flip.
She's got great
193, I think. Yeah. Miss Taffy's awesome. We're actually talking about her yesterday, Miss Taffy. We're talking nothing but good things. I was talking to Cali reseller Luis. He was giving me some advice on things. And he said, you know who gave me this information? I was like, no. And he was like, Miss Taffy. When I met her out in California, he was telling me about a story, how they met. And I was just like, that's so nice. And I'm actually going to see him in October. He's going to come down because there's going to be a Boss Reseller remix that Katie and Vicky are putting together.
Nice.
So I ended up putting my eBay profits towards a ticket. And I was really dreading it for a few days for my wife to say, hey, where did your money go?
Yeah.
And she didn't say nothing because I ended up getting some big orders come in. So it kind of like looks like money was just moving around, which it was, but that's just me being.
At least you don't have flights and hotel rooms and all that other stuff that you got to do. I want to go so bad. That Reseller remix looks so fun.
There's a huge lineup for this event. Rosie's going to be there. Angel's going to be there, who I had on a live as well.
You have to have there's like if they have like a last day like event, you have to still have a ticket, right? Like you can't just go to just like the last day event.
So folks, no, I don't. I think it's like a ticket. If you're going in person, I think the ticket is just for, you don't have to go to all of them if you buy the ticket, or even go, if you want to spend your money that way. But they do have virtual tickets to where if you can't make it, but you still want to see it, you still you could buy a ticket. I think it's like $50 maybe. And I think with what's going on and to just see what's said, like I'm excited. Also because October 11th is the second day of the 3-day event, and that's my birthday. So I'm excited about that.
That's going to be a good day.
I'm going to get wasted.
So I'm in Omaha until the 10th. So I got to figure out how to get from Omaha to Vegas, back to Omaha, back to Colorado. I'm going to try to rearrange my life so I can go because it sounds so fun.
I want to go, but I don't know if I want to go to all the events. Maybe I'll just go to Vegas. Maybe I'll just.
Well, you could go to like anyone that you want, but there's a lot of thrift stores around that area too, downtown.
Yeah,
a lot of places we didn't go to, Jimmy.
I'm thinking about it. I'll have to see how the 127 goes next month.
Ooh, I forgot you were doing that. That sounds fun too.
It's gonna be a lot of driving for that.
Kristin, have you been to one of them large, long, miles long sales?
Yeah, before, but I mean, years ago, there was one called Spoon River Drive in Illinois, which is gorgeous. And it's a lot of antiques and yard sales and craft shows and food trucks. Yeah, a couple of different times, but
you got me at food trucks.
Food truck. The one, my favorite one is the one with the little mini donuts. You can buy a bucket full of mini donuts. Yes. That's what I'm about.
Donuts. I tried to do the sound earlier. Ray, thank you so much. These super chats and things go towards my future computer. Let's try it. It's gonna be like I can't do it. I know I could hear in my head.
I can hear it, but you can't.
I hear voices.
Human sound.
Super chat.
That was perfect.
Somebody needs to clip that out of this video.
I'll do it. I'll probably use that.
That'll be the new super chat.
Yeah.
That's great.
I think that was okay.
That was good. I like the.
There's always time to turn things around. See, Jimmy got it off the bat. You know, in your heart, you've been good.
Aw.
Santa Claus in the house, folks.
I know
Tommy
him.
Bernhard has been naughty. Get him off your list if you haven't already.
Oh, making requests.
Check it twice. Check it
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Lady Luck Junk.
Woohoo!
What's up, Danica?
Howdy.
Yep, she is the fox in disguise.
Uncle Harry Humstone's in the house. She smiles a lot. Yes, very contagious smile. And I think one of the first things I said to Kristin when I met her in person with Mikey Bags of Money, I was like, wow, you're tall.
That is the first thing you said. I got it on video. Yeah.
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 And then, so we met at the Bins, but recently you and somebody down here just met at the Bins with Danica here and then a handful of other people. How did that go? Tell me how that all came about, because I like how those photos that y'all shared where y'all went out to go eat and spend time together. It wasn't just, hey, let's go pick some stuff and then you left.
Yeah. It was a good day. Jimmy organized most of it. So
I think 50-50. You helped so much.
we coordinated. But so we knew that Danica, Lady Luck Junk, we knew that she was coming. She'd reached out to us and was like, hey, let's get together. And Jimmy, we were in his neighborhood. He knew where the good spots were. So we went to a couple really good spots down by him and then went to lunch and then hit the Bins. Yeah. So we had a good time.
It was a lot of fun.
Really good day.
A lot of good laughs. Lunch was really fun. We all got to sit at a big table and joke around and have fun and talk about our upcoming trip to the Bins.
Yeah, there was a bunch of us together. I think there was 8 or 9 of us. We had a really good time, and we were at the Bins, and we'd already had like a total ball all day long, and all of us are standing there. Nobody's got their cameras out at all, and Danica puts on like a fox costume out of the Bins, and they were doing the rotation, so you got to like stay back. You got to stay out of the way.
Stay behind the yellow line.
Totally.
If you go past the yellow line, you're getting yelled at.
Oh, for sure. We thought she was going to get kicked out.
Yeah.
Here she came, just running in the middle and like
pin drop. You could hear a pin drop.
Yeah, and there's 100 people standing there looking at her like,
it literally.
What are you doing?
And like even the people the employees that were moving the bins, all of them just stopped, and everybody's just like.
All of us, and there were 9 of us there. All of us had a camera. Nobody got anything.
But somebody did record it. I just seen it yesterday. I think.
Yeah, Liz got a small section of it. It was, but like just the look on the workers' faces was
everybody. We were just like dumbfounded. It was so funny. It was so funny.
And then she just took off and she was gone.
Yeah, and nobody said a word to her. Nobody said a word.
So this time the fox didn't say anything.
Yeah, the fox did not. What did the fox say? Nothing.
It was complete silence in there. All you could hear was her feet like shuffling on the floor. It was
like, here
Patrick
I am.
Murphy in the house. What's up, Patrick?
My foot barely crossed the yellow line and I got yelled at. Danica's over there.
You got yelled at again?
Oh yeah, I crossed the line again. Yep.
Jimmy's a troublemaker.
I am. I'm a troublemaker. You get me to the Bins, and I'm looking to cause trouble.
That's right.
Because Jimmy, didn't you? Wasn't it with Kristin?
Mm-hmm. Yep. His first time at the Bins, like.
Yeah.
Get your hands. Put that back down. Drop it. Drop it.
And then I'm like looking for him. I'm like, where did he go? Where did he go? I look on my Instagram because he messaged me. He's like, I'm out of here. I'm like, wait, what? Come back. Don't leave. Come back. Yeah. But I almost got kicked out whenever I was hanging out with this guy they were like,
I believe
no filming in here, no filming. And I was like, what? Sorry.
I did tell Kristin, like, just don't make it so obvious. Yeah. And this is what she does, folks. I said, don't make it obvious. Like, I told her, like, I hold my phone, like, down, like, below me when I'm going to, record. No, not under my third chin. I hold it, like, right under my second belly button. After lifting my stomach up, like, and I have it downwards, right? Like, I record for maybe 2 seconds. It's really fast, or I take a photo. And I told Kristin, like, just don't make it obvious, you know, like that's how I do it, and I never have any problems. And then here comes Kristin's like, hey guys, like I'm over here at the Bins, and there's an employee right behind me, and they're telling me
selfie.
I was
Yeah. And then I'm like, hey, Mikey Bags the money. What'd you find? What's going on? They didn't say anything.
Kristin throws, we're looking at the things that we got, and Kristin chunks one of it and almost hits a person. And they're just looking at her. I was like, oh, she's new here. Just forgive her.
Yeah.
And she was like, sorry. But they're cool. They weren't bad. They knew we were recording. And it was just the employees that had something, that they didn't want us recording.
And I try not to get employees, or if I accidentally do, I try to put like a pop-up over the top of them and stuff.
Oh, thank you, Kimberly. I love meeting all of you. I found Sonny from Mikey Bags of Money, who is in the house. Him and Danny, the niche lady. Yeah, there's a crew of us over here that more and more, if you haven't noticed, folks, if you haven't seen my recent videos or theirs, who I just mentioned, Mikey Bags of Money. Supercourt does have her own channel. She's been helping Mikey out a lot. And then Danny, niche lady, I did get to meet Tiffany Thrifting Vegas, who Danny, the niche lady, just had a challenge with Tiffany earlier today. So make sure y'all check them out later on. But they have so much people that follow them that probably everybody here is already probably following them.
You've been hanging out with Art of Resell, haven't you, lately?
I ran into him. Danny and I ran into him, and J6 Flips, Jonathan, out at the flea market.
Okay.
So I haven't had the opportunity to kind of hang out with Art one-on-one, but in time, like, he's really good people. He's busy.
Yeah.
Love what he's doing. He found a drone and shared the video about it today, and it was freaking awesome. Like, his editing
was tight,
and he was happy. Like, I love to see people happy.
Yeah.
Which is why I have this person over here, and then this person's sometimes happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something. Have fun. Life's too short. Hey.
Aloha Quick Flips. I believe Quick Flips is going to be Rodney that I met out at the flea market. He's a vendor, but he's also a reseller.
Oh, cool.
He's here in Vegas. He just moved here not too long ago. Thanks, fam. Means so much for me, Kelly.
I just need to move my microphone out of the way so I don't have to move my head every time I read the comment. What's just in my way? It's just my microphone.
Yeah, I asked Callie, Reseller Luis, if he does decide to come over, that there's a room for him to stay. And if Jimmy comes over, our couch downstairs is an amazing couch. It's not like a futon, thin couch. Like, this is a quality couch. Like, it's like a $1,700 couch.
This is a quality couch.
Goes out into a bed. It's nice. And it's rarely used, so it still has a lot of cushion. So if he comes down, that's awesome. Yeah. I know Tip would love to see them.
Yes. Sonia, I'm hanging out with you. I'm ready to get chocolate wasted. Yep. Please.
Speaking of that, I should go get some dessert after go get some ice cream.
What is your favorite ice cream?
Me?
Ladies and gents, you as well. What's your favorite ice cream?
I say this all the time, I am a vanilla kind of guy.
Like your complexion. Got it.
Just vanilla.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't going there. I just really like vanilla.
Yeah, I like vanilla.
No toppings, no nuts. No,
I mean, some whipped cream and some chocolate syrup. And that's about it.
Sonia.
I am boring. Oh, he's talking about the remix.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. It's not mandatory classes.
There's so many good people, though. I want to see all of them.
Yeah. I don't know. How much are the tickets to that? I don't know.
It's like $345.
We'll carpool, okay, Jimmy?
All right. That's
done.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I'll go look for a cot for Kristin. She wants to stay over too. We'll just have a slumber party, folks.
Yeah. Well, I can pitch a tent in the backyard. I'm good with that. This, us Colorado people, we're okay with camping.
Scorpions.
Ooh, I forgot about
There's not too much scorpions here where I'm at. I'm sure in other houses, but we're pretty good. Pretty good.
I've seen them before, but
Kristin, what did you say your ice cream?
I like anything but chocolate.
Ooh. No chocolate ice cream, but chocolate candy. What's up, Regina?
Hey.
I like Rocky Road.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. Rocky
Look at
Road.
you guys. No, I like chocolate, like candy bars and stuff, but not chocolate cake, not chocolate icing, not chocolate ice cream, no marshmallows.
Folks, give me a thumbs up if you want me to kick Kristin off the live chat.
What?
I honestly like all types of ice cream, but when it comes down to it, I think I prefer sandwiches over scooping with the spoon.
Okay. Or a cone? Would you do a cone?
I like the cones, but more of like the nuts and all the whistles, everything on it. Like that's me.
Huh? The bells.
Okay.
Yeah, the bells and.
Since we're talking about carpooling, if we're gonna carpool, what's your carpool like snack food? What do you got to have whenever you're traveling?
Ooh,
So first thing I gotta have, and I've been getting off of these.
that's a good question.
It's not really a snack; it's an energy drink. I gotta have at least 2 energy drinks on the side. But this time, I may just have 1 energy drink because my wife, surprisingly, she must want something because she said, "Babe," and I was like, "Oh, what's going on?
That's the
What do you want? I don't have much." And she was like, "I think I want to drive." Going to Twin Falls, Idaho, and I was just like, let me look at my bank account. What did she buy from my bank account? Let me look at Amazon. Nope, nothing ordered. And she was like, I'm not a long distance driver, but she said she wants to try it. And I'm like, oh, thank God. You know, I get to get some scenery vision going out there. It's a like, with the way I drive, it's like 7 hours.
Are you going through Reno on the way up there?
I don't remember if it's Reno or which way I go through. I don't think it's Reno.
I don't. That's probably out of the way for you, but there's a really great Bins in Reno.
Well, that's the thing. When we're going up over there, I just want to get there first. Like I don't want to stop anywhere else. It's a long drive, folks.
Kristin's been to every Bins in the country, so
No, not every Bins in the country, but
on the west
a lot of them on the West Coast. Yeah, anything west of the Mississippi except Texas. I'm working that way.
Strawberry shortcake. This chat
I
is
definitely get trail. I get the trail mix, salty and sweet. That's my travel.
Hi, Kristin. Who doesn't like chocolate? Chocolate ice cream. She likes chocolate, but not chocolate ice cream.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna stop at a gas station while we're traveling across the country, I need gummy worms or like Swedish fish, and a Snickers and a whatchamacallit and a Payday.
Swedish fish. I wonder if they have any like Canadian fish.
I always end up with Twinkies at some point.
I haven't had Twinkies in a while.
Twinkies,
but there might be somebody who likes Twinkies, folks. So I'm gonna bring in the chat. He may or may not like Twinkies and may have something to say about Kristin and the shout out he got, which was amazing compared to mine.
Hey, what's up, Mikey?
Not much. How you doing, Kristin? Jimmy, Sonny, nice to see everybody.
What's up, Mikey?
Ray, I was gonna say Mexican fish. I was.
Spicy.
Oh, also, in a throwback to Thirsty Thursdays, guys, I'm ready to crack one right now. So
I just got water here.
All right.
But I got a Vineyard Vine cool sticker right here.
Hey, it's okay, Sonny. Sometimes I drink water too. You know, it's all good.
America.
Water.
It is water.
You guys been having a great show so far. I've been enjoying hearing all of you guys speak, and the chat's been awesome too.
So, ladies and gents, Mikey just popping in. If by chance you're not following Mikey and you don't know who this awesomeness gentleman is, this is my brother here in Las Vegas. I love this guy. I love spending time with him. Him and Supercourt, who's in the live chat. Mikey, tell him about you, because you're not just somebody that just pops in that always has cool shirts. You're much more than that, my friend.
He might be the one that always has cool shirts.
I try, you know what I'm saying? But I've had so many videos, the shirts are getting thin. So I'm looking. But it's also not the season where everyone's donating their cool shirts. That's more of a wintertime donation. So I love buying thrifted. My name's Mikey Bags of Money. I have a YouTube channel. I go thrifting with my friends and my wife, Supercourt, and just have a good time. I am not like an educational channel. I mean, I like to drop some knowledge here and there, but I just like to have a good time, and I just want people to have a good time and enjoy the ride. So I just like to kind of vlog and have some fun and be myself.
And that's
I
fun.
had to get Mikey in here to get Rachel Strickland in the live chat. So we'll be bringing
Oh.
Mikey in more often, and Kristin.
Hey, Rachel, Marco.
Kristin's a big draw. I'm here for Kristin.
She is a tall girl.
Well, you guys so it's funny, when we met in February, we were all about the same as far as followers, and you guys blew past me. Sonny, you just went right past me. So, and I'm so happy for you, though. Super excited.
And all three of you passed me like I was standing still. I'm still back there like, hey, Jimmy. I want to say, though, Mikey is, he's over here. Mikey is great with interacting with the chat, too. So that's a big part of his show. If you're commenting and talking with him, he will do his best to get you involved when he does his lives. He's really good at that.
Yeah, so, I appreciate everyone that watches, and I try to interact. You know what I'm saying? If I say hi in the chat, it's nice if the host says hi back to me. So that's what I really like to do on Fridays, and I just believe it builds the community of all the people that watch and hang out with me, and it's just awesome. And I've made a lot of friends in life and virtually since I started YouTube, and I'm just enjoying it.
Yep. Super Record is only here for Kristin.
Yeah.
As long as you're here, your presence is our present. So we appreciate you, Super Record. Speaking of the kill and reselling, Kristin, you've been reselling for a while, and I keep wanting to bring this up. And how did you go from, okay, I'm reselling, and then you're like, hey, this could be much more. I could make a living off of this. Do you remember, even though that's been so far back?
Well, it's not been that far back. Actually, it's only been about like 8 years, probably. Mr. Squirrel's job made us move kind of a lot. So it was hard for me to like have a nailed down career, so to speak. So we would go thrifting a lot because I had a lot of kids. So I picked something up and then I would sell it. And I went to a thrift store one day and I was like, man, this is a great price on this brand. I'll just pop it up on eBay and see what happens. And I put it on as an auction. They were a pair of Tory Burch shoes that I didn't know what Tory Burch was at the time. So I just put them up as an auction, and they sold for like $87 8 years ago. And I was like, I got to do that again. So I accidentally walked into a bins location not far from where we were in Colorado, and I couldn't get over the cost of goods. And then it was just too easy. It was just too easy to be able to buy something at such a small cost of goods. And then, 400%, it just was a no-brainer. So it's so much fun too. And I don't want to do anything unless I think I'm going to have fun.
And that's the whole part of it too. It's, you can make money and be miserable, but it's better just to be enjoying yourself and sharing content, as we all are content creators. We're all different, although we're kind of doing the same thing. It's the same process, but entirely different reasons.
Some of us are way better than others at it.
You guys, I'm telling you, I think you were just talking about this a minute ago, Sonny, about pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. I'm doing the eBay thing for a while, but I think that just wanting to have fun and somebody to have fun with me is what made me want to do the videos. That was it. Yep. And I had to really learn. It took me a year to be able to be like, okay, I'm putting out a video. I'm just going to do it. I had to like figure out how to do it and how to edit. And I didn't have to have that kind of stuff in school. I didn't take computers or anything like that. I took typing, and I paid someone else to take my typing test for me because I couldn't do it.
All in.
I think that I just want you guys to have fun with me. I'm not going to try to teach you anything. You might pick up a couple bolos, but I just want you to have fun with me.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
Fun is good, especially for what we went through a couple of years ago. Everybody, like I can't stand being on the radio and I hear sad songs. It's like we're over sadness. We want to be uplifted, so that really turns me away with music. And it's different how things trend that way for some people. Mm-hmm. And for the people that I follow, Jimmy, Mikey, Supercore, even their fashion shows, like I love stuff like that. I love seeing people happy doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
And
it's contagious.
What do you use you said you had to figure out how to edit stuff. What do you edit with now?
I bought a MacBook, which is what I'm doing this on, and because it was easy for me to use the iPhone, so I was like, okay, I'm going to use a Mac, and it comes with iMovie, so that's what I use.
iMovies is good. It's very good. You can do a lot with it.
Well, and there's a lot of information out there on YouTube about how to do things on iMovie, which is what I needed. I'm a visual learner, so I need to watch a video, apply it, watch a video, apply it. Once I do it, then I'm okay. But I like it when I have somebody sitting over my shoulder saying, okay, click there, go do this. And we don't have that. You know, we work at home by ourselves.
Mikey, what do you use? Because you have some fancy graphics in yours.
Well, when I first started, I used a program called Video, and it was like web-based, and it was terribly slow. So I made a goal once I got monetized, I was going to upgrade my stuff. I couldn't get Premiere Pro. That's what from the internet said to get Premiere Pro, but my computer wasn't capable. So once I got monetized, I invested in a computer at Costco that was capable to do Premiere Pro, and I've been running Premiere Pro. And it's so much better and faster than what I was using. I wish I would have done it a long time before, but I'm getting more used to it. I'm learning more. I'm still trying to develop all my stories and stuff like that with the good hooks and all that good stuff and the call outs.
Your sound effects.
Yeah, but I'm putting in my sound effects now, and I'm kind of messing with the sound, and I want to start messing with the video quality. I just try to improve a tiny bit and just try to keep leveling up my videos.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Thank you. I just try, and I'm so fortunate that people watch, and thank you all. And
yes,
I just keep putting them out too. That's my secret. I've been putting out 2 a week and 1 live show since the beginning of the year. I might have missed 1 or 2 times I didn't upload during the week, but consistency really helps for sure.
Yeah, I think so too. Rachel taught me that.
Just keep plugging away and hoping.
I think what I'm doing is being consistent.
Yeah.
I try to work with my computer, like okay, today I'm gonna have a video out, and I can't get it to upload, so it's like, okay, maybe tomorrow I have it out. Please let it be out tomorrow. And it was like taking the whole day. And it was like, please just 2 days sometime. Like it doesn't matter if it's midnight, 1, 2, or 3. Like I want to work on it and have it out. And for me, consistency is just trying. Like as long as you're trying, things may not come out when you want it to, but as long as you get it done, I think it'd take a lot more pleasure from accomplishing something. And I was saying that before a couple of months ago. I was like, have something to show for every day, even if it's a little bit. Like even if it's just cleaning the house, it doesn't have to do with reselling. Just have something to show for it. Say, hey, today I didn't do much. Well, what did you do? And just focus on that and not what you didn't do, because tomorrow's another day. And if you wake up, just be thankful you woke up. You get another opportunity. And with Jimmy over here, who got some dinosaurs, got some really good what is it, a polywog, Goofy. He had a score on his recent video.
Yeah.
You know what was crazy about that buy is I found all that Goofy stuff, and I just threw in that Hallmark Goofy train piece. I just like, $2. I'll throw it into the lot.
It was like 60 something bucks.
Yeah, it's worth like 60, 70 bucks. And I was like, okay. Yeah.
Nice.
That was talking about editing. So, and the footage of getting the footage is a big part of it, right? Like, to me, that was my biggest struggle was the footage. And in that, I was editing it up, and I realized I cut out the part where she said $30. So if you watch the video,
I was going back.
Me say 30, but it was because I was just standing there waiting for them to decide what they wanted to do. And when I went back and watched, I was like, man, I cut out when they said $30. And so when you watch, I'm like, so you said 30, she said 30, even though no one heard it. And it's because I cut it out. And I'm like, so I make mistakes. Like when I'm editing, I definitely make mistakes.
But that's also
I did that
good
with you too. The whole day the other day when there was like 9 of us, I thought my camera was on and it's not. So it's a bunch of pictures in my pocket.
Yeah, well, that's another thing I do. Turn off my GoPro. I turn it off and on a lot because I want to break up the footage.
Yeah.
What's up, Glenn? Catching up with the chat over here. I'm looking over, getting caught up, just looking at these folks. What was I gonna say?
Let's talk about a comfort zone and leaving your comfort zone. What Mikey does, where he talks. How many hours do you go live, Mikey?
What's
like
up, Angel?
you talk for how many hours straight? That talk about
Great.
leaving my comfort zone. I would never
Well,
be comfortable doing that.
okay, I talked for 2 to 3 hours straight live, and
who
the
does?
reason why I kind of did that, I mean, my channel's still like I think maybe only like 9 or 10 months old, and when I first started, I was very uncomfortable talking to the camera. I was having a hard time being myself, and just it's hard, you know what I'm saying? You got to learn, and you got to relax. And you to get monetized on YouTube, you need people to watch you for hours. So I started going live, and I would go live at least on Thursday and Friday. And all that experience just let me talk into the camera better. I was able to gauge like audience reactions too, because they're giving it to me live. So I just spent all that time being embarrassed of myself, embarrassing my wife, I'm sure. And, you know, it's just part of what you got to do. But it just taught me so fast to how to talk and be comfortable on the camera. That's part of I think my training. It really helped me out. So, and I love doing it on Friday. I love hanging out with people in the live chat. It's just kind of fun and very community-ish. You know, we all hang out in all each other's lives, and everyone goes and talks and says hi here and hi there. It's just fun part of YouTube.
I love looking forward to it. It's so fun. Yeah. I can't wait to like actually go walk on this strip with you.
Yes, it's going to be a blast.
Yeah. So
behind
so
the
Mikey,
scenes.
with that recording yourself and saying you had to get over your shyness, what was it that made you get over it? Like, I got to do this for what reason? Because to get monetized, or just to be more comfortable?
I just had to do it to be better, to be where I want to be. I'm still not even close to where I want to be. But when you first start, when anyone first starts, I don't have no video experience. I was on Instagram, but I wasn't like making reels or anything, you know? So I just, to put on a better show and to get people to watch. I mean, if you put out bad stuff and stumbling and bumbling, no one's going to watch. It's incredibly hard to get someone to watch you. I mean, like you tell your best friends you're on YouTube, they don't really care. They don't got time. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's also the thing too. If you're thinking about starting, just go for it, because no one really does care. No one will watch you. I mean, it's hard to get 1 person, 2 people, 5 people to watch you. You know, it's just incredible once you get some momentum and the things that happen and people that do watch you. But I just want to put on a better show and you know, have a better channel.
Yeah, you hardly have any gaps of like dead space,
like,
and
take
it's
a
like,
breath. Whew, yeah.
What I find one of your ways of not having those gaps is like something tells you there's people watching you, and then you show them your appreciation, like, thank you for being here, you know, for those that came in. Like, I like that you always do that, because it really is the people that come in help us with the channels and grow. So you really got to show appreciation, not just say it. Like, you have to mean it sincerely. And that's why I've been working on my videos to highlight comments and people bring it in on YouTube, on Instagram, on the YouTube thumb community tabs, like wherever I could share it, I do, even in videos, even if it's mentioning it. Like, I hope that it does something. Because the last thing I want is the hard parts I had in YouTube growing, which I'm still very small compared to people, but I'm happy where I'm at and I'm glad where it's going. But really, I think people are falling towards Mikey and Danny and Supercore. Like, we're able to get together. People are loving that interaction. That is not so much as like, oh, it's me finding stuff. It's like, oh, you're finding stuff with friends. They're seeing their smiles, their laugh, and able to laugh with you and enjoy the time you're having. So I did have one of my aunts who for a while was not talking to any of us and my mom, sister and sister. And we're no longer at that point. We are very back to how it was in the beginning. But she had just talked to me yesterday on the phone and was like, hey, I saw you on your videos. I had your playlist going on this TV. I wasn't watching it on my phone. I had you with that DJ guy, the Jimmy, and I'm like, DJ's DJ Jimmy? I like that. I was like, cool, I'll bring that up to him. And then she was like, yeah, and you're with that I weigh that Mikey Bags of Money. And I was cracking up because of the accent back home in Texas.
That's so fun.
Yeah. So it was nice because I kind of lost, not to be mean, but kind of lost faith in what Mikey was saying, trying to get family to come and support you. I have like thousands of people that are family and friends that I actually know. And I thought it was going to be easy. with their help, just to
Yeah.
see some support, like, hey, good job, a heart emoji, a thumbs up, and crickets. So it's entirely different for some people, not everybody. But I like where I'm at. I like that I get to see Mikey and other people. I like that I get to see Jimmy get with Danica and Kristin and all these other people. Like, it's just fun. I love that. It's something about it just lifts me up, even though it's not me. I just like seeing other people be happy.
Well, I like it whenever, like when you guys all go together, I like it that we feel like we're going with you, and I want to just like go with you.
Yeah.
So, and I think that whenever
get a ticket, part-time travel.
whenever Jimmy and I got together with Danica and like all the people that we got together with, we had so much fun, and I've got a video in the hopper waiting for that to happen. But I hope that you just feel like you're having fun with us. That's all I want you guys to do. So, and hopefully, makes you get out there and go make friends and do it too. There's enough out there for all of us.
Not enemies. Got a super chat. I got it highlighted. Apologize for not bringing it up earlier, but I seen it and want to do shout out to Lizette. She did share our live, like I was saying earlier with Kristin. She was one of the first comments before this show even kicked off. Keep spreading love and kindness. I believe that's a blue heart for me. Here's an energy drink for your next gym session. I appreciate that, Lizette. And I guess we're gonna do the silent AOL super chat. Thank you, Lizette. Appreciate it. I am gonna work on a video, so I always don't have to do that.
I think you got it down, Sonny. I think that's the one.
I'm gonna use the clips inside here.
Nailed it.
Use the clips.
Oh my gosh. Supercourt, we're
got
totally
Angie Resells in the house.
What's up, Angie?
Hi, Angie.
Oh, Supercourt fixed her little picture.
I was seeing it. I was like, what's going on with her? Oh, we got Paul in the house. Cashing in some nice. I thought I was joining a boring reselling life. I've
been doing it longer than he has.
Yeah. Paul's an awesome dude.
Yeah.
He is hustling too. What's in that bottle, Sonny? This is actually just my water bottle. It's just my Nathan's. It's just water and ice, folks.
Yeah.
Not drinking. Not today. I tried drinking on the 4th of July, which I hope everybody had a good 4th of July. Do y'all look forward to, like, after 4th of July and the New Year's, like, TikTok videos now and social media for all, like, the crazy fireworks? Like, not the things that hurt people, but they're, like, scaring people. And I kind of look forward to that. It's kind of like my Shark Week type of thing now.
This is my first year watching TikTok after the 4th of July, so it's been interesting. I haven't been on TikTok that long, so this is the first year after a 4th of July that I've been on there. I think it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, TikTok can be quite the rabbit hole that you just, once you get on there, it's hours later and you're like, what have I been doing this whole time? Love it, but I haven't seen any of the firework ones.
I'm usually on the toilet, my legs fall asleep, so I just stay there until they wake back up.
All right then.
Yeah,
so, what not?
Funny story about the
we're talking about what not? All right, I'll talk to you.
No,
funny story about the fireworks though. We're sitting, Mr. Squirrel and I were sitting there in our chairs, and I'm typing away and working on a video and stuff, and he's flipping through YouTube, and we kept hearing this noise, and I looked over at him, and he goes, "Is that thunder?" I said, "I don't think so." And then we were like, "Oh, it's 4th of July. It's fireworks." I forgot all about it. That was such an old lady thing to say, wasn't it?
Peek out the blinds.
What's going on?
I'm gonna go look out or that.
Can you kids hold it down?
What's up, Omar? ¿Cómo estás, amigo?
That's funny.
Mikey, what did you do on the 4th? I know what you did, but I want people to know.
Oh, I just laid low with my dog and Supercourt and chilled. It was a nice day. So we always do on the 4th.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what I usually do with anything pretty much that involves fireworks. Because Tip, who's right below me, he's very panicky. Dogs have a flight or fight mentality. Flight or fight, yeah. And he's a runner, folks. Just like me, I am not a fighter. I am a reseller. Okay, everything you want to fight about, we'll go through eBay, and go through the legalities of that.
Yeah.
I guess I'm forced to be a fighter because I ain't running nowhere.
Ooh,
There ain't no fight happening here.
you're so funny.
Ah.
Hey, Yvonne. Hi, Yvonne. Meant to say hello earlier.
Oh my gosh.
What's up, Doc Diggle? Welcome in. Brenda Munoz. This is my mom right here.
Hey,
Hi,
Mama.
Mom.
Hey.
So for everybody that says like, Sonny, you don't look your age, if we were to stand next to each other, we kind of look alike. There's this embarrassing story. Back when got out of basic training, I signed up to go home, but in order to go home after basic training, after to go to like AIT, your job training, I signed up to help the recruiters. So we used to do it at South Park Mall in San Antonio. And one day at the food court, other guys that are helping me, the soldiers, right? We're all sitting around waiting for our rides to come up. And somebody starts walking up behind us, and people are like, yo, who's that? And I want to turn around. They're like, don't turn around. She's going to end up walking away. She's hot. And I'm just like, I want to see. They're like, no, don't ruin it. So I'm like, I got to turn around. I turn around. I was like, Mom. She's like, hey, mijo. Like, hey, son. I'm just like, man. And they look at me like, that's your mom. I was like, shut up. Like,
Oh my
like,
God.
like, turned around. I was like, Mom, let's go. Hurry up. Like,
You had the hot
don't look
mom,
at them.
huh?
Don't say hello. Yeah. So it's my mom. I've had that with my mom because she had me at a very young age. So like 15. So back in high school, the principal called me out of my class because they didn't believe that my mom was my mom. They thought she was my girlfriend because she was so young. They're like, so nice, you got your girlfriend dropping you off burgers. And I would always ask my mom, can you make me a greasy burger, like where the paper bag, you could see the oil stains seeping through. Like that's how I used to like my burgers. And she would be like, all right. She loved us a lot. So she would do that every time during lunch. And they finally called me in and had her waiting there for me. So just to prove. And I was like, hey, Mom. And they're like, oh, she is your mom. Like,
Oh
yeah,
my gosh. That's a good story.
Yeah. Y'all got any embarrassing stories? Good embarrassing stories.
For just today, or are we talking never?
Ever. Your most memorable one. Mikey.
Well, I have a whole blooper reel of embarrassing moments.
Before reselling. Or outside of reselling.
Yeah. I mean,
I have one. We, my daughter and I, we were walking across the street. We're in Boulder, Colorado, and this guy drives by on this bicycle, and he was a cute guy, had this great backpack, right? Walking across the street. I'm like, look at that guy's backpack. That's such a great backpack. And I don't know if I tripped over the color of the pavement or what it was, but I was on the ground, middle of the road. And my daughter looks over and she's like, Mom, get up! Mom, get up! And so years of volleyball, I hit the floor, rolled over, and rolled.
nice.
Stood right up, and she's like, for me, I guess it was embarrassing because she's like, get up. And I did the same thing at my brother's wedding, and I was like 8 months pregnant. So I had a really fluffy, frilly dress on that was short because I was in the wedding, and it was on 4th of July, and it was super hot. And I took a step, and you know how whenever you're like, you guys don't know, but when you're super pregnant, you don't have good balance.
My belly, I think I'm pregnant.
I didn't have good balance. I took one big step out in the yard, went tumbling head over heels, and my dress was all up over my head. Everybody saw everything. Super fun. Yep. Whole family saw all my stuff.
No, that's not.
Yep.
Oh, that's.
Happy wedding, Steve.
I mean, I just recently caught on my Ring camera me slipping on ice. Sonia, it's her fault because she's like, you'll be fine out. She had went to work already. She's like, it's fine out there. It's just wet. Nothing's frozen. So I was like, walk out the front door. Sidewalk looks wet, as she told me. Took that first step and.
You got it on Ring camera though, right? So
yeah, I did. I put it on TikTok. I think it's on TikTok.
Look for that.
So if you go back and look, and luckily I'm as agile as a cat, and I only landed on one knee. The funny part of the video was me trying to get up, which I cut out because that's just embarrassing. It was if you watch, I have to like slide to the rocks so I can get up because it was pure ice. Yeah, black ice. Yeah, I hit. Luckily, I just landed on one knee. That knee hurt for quite a while, but it took. I mean, it took the blunt of the fall.
Oh, fireworks in the van. I haven't seen that. Put the link in the chat, would you please?
I've seen that, yeah.
Mikey, any embarrassing moments? Fun.
I can think of one. I used to deliver pizza back in the day, and I delivered to the pool, and I dropped off the pizza successfully. And on my way walking out, I was walking, and then full on my back with the pizza bags right in front of like all the pool moms because they were like on plastic chairs, so it's right in front of them. So I basically just got up, looked around real quick, and like skedaddled out as fast as I could.
Did anybody see that?
Oh, they all saw. They were all like in shock, but I just left before I could feel the full embarrassment of it all. I ran, so that was pretty embarrassing. Yeah.
Oh. Hey, Ellen. Good to see you, Ellen.
I used to drop so much stuff back in Fort Polk, Louisiana when I would go eat. For some reason, I was always hitting somebody's cup or my cup to where I stopped getting embarrassed. And I'm just like, oh, crap, I dropped something. I would go get the mop and napkins and just start cleaning it up until the cleaners there like, no, I deserve to clean this up. So that actually got me out of being like embarrassed for like years until now that I'm a reseller with what Mikey was talking about, recording himself is a different beast of like, oh yeah, I could do this at home. Nobody's here. You know, my wife's here. Not a problem. But when she's around, I'm like, oh no, she doesn't want to be seen. Like I know her. But when I go up and say to myself, like, I'm going to go record myself. I'm going to talk normally. All of a sudden, it's like, as soon as somebody gets there, I can't. Like, come on, just record. Like, but some days I do, some days I don't. It all depends.
I get super nervous on the whatnot things. Like I can do the like talking to the camera and being out in front of people and like taking videos and stuff, but I get on that whatnot and I'm like, what? I forget. And then I'm like, okay, that was great. Thanks. Bye. And then I shut it off and I have more stuff to do. And
Mikey,
you do a lot of things at once.
You just had one yesterday, right? Mikey, or today?
No, not me. I gotta get some stuff ready and prepared, so I'm just slacking.
Yeah, I had one yesterday.
I know you did really good your first one. I didn't see the second one.
Second one wasn't as hot, but I didn't have as good of stuff, so I just need to source stuff that I'm willing to sell for cheaper on Whatnot and just get focused on that and have some fun on the shows. I think I got some women's clothing we're supposed to do, but I just haven't been taking the photos and doing the effort. So hopefully maybe next weekend.
There was something that I was laughing my face off of. It wasn't you. It was Super Court, the auctioneer. Yeah. I love. Oh my god,
my secret.
You wanna talk about that because that was awesome.
Oh well, rolling. Super Court, my super wife has a gift, you guys, and she can do the. Hey, $1, $2, $3, She does it so good, like professionally. And
I want to do this.
She said as a young girl, she dreamed of it because they used to go like the horse auctions and stuff. So she would practice it and hey, baby. And then when we were getting up to a certain amount, she was doing it. And it's definitely coming back. It's hilarious. It's the secret weapon. I got a legit auctioneer voice right with me. It's very fun. Gosh. Yeah, that's what I like about Whatnot too, is everyone puts in their personalities and just their quirkiness and their fun, and that's a cool part of it, the social selling. I do like that, and seeing my friends and even strangers out there. It's also fun to watch the first show when everyone gets a little sweat trying to figure it out, and you're like, oh boy.
Or the second or the third. What are we doing here?
I just had a live the other day, but I want to get back to Super Court after I say this. So when I jumped in the live chat, somebody had, I guess the people in the live chat or in the auction had spent over $20. So when the $20 marker, Super Court was going to do the auctioneer bid, right? That bid. And then I was just like, oh my God, is that Super Court? Because Super Court to me is very like posh, like very professional. Like,
Reserved.
yeah, that's her to me. But if you know her in person, she's very like open to like join and be a part of things. She's not scared. So, but on this other side that I could hear Super Corridon in the background, like I was like, hey, auctioneer, it's at the $20, and she was like, no, I can't. And as soon as she said she can't, she was like, oh, I was just like, oh my god, like I started bidding on stuff just to hear Super Court like keep doing that. Like I'm pretty sure she was like
awesome.
pooped.
Yeah, she was fatigued. We got to figure it out. We got to dial that in, but it's definitely coming back for sure. It's awesome and hilarious because you don't expect it, but she's got it down so good. You guys, she does such good impersonations of all kinds of famous people to non-famous people, and just cracks me up. And yeah, we can.
She's my kind of people. I think we would have the best time together.
She did say earlier she can't wait to meet you and hang out.
Let's get Super Court and Sonia and me together, and that. Oh, you guys.
Yeah. And Carla, y'all, the women go over there, and the guys.
I like to go. I like to go with the ladies. So it sounds like a funner time. No offense, you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna be boring, just twiddling our thumbs.
Well, I'm for it. I'd say we go do it. I think it'll be fun. I want to go to your swap meets, your flea markets. Jimmy, we're going to go to the flea market one weekend, but I can't wait to go see what the big hype is about that Las Vegas flea market. It looks so fun.
It's because the art of resale goes there. So because he's been there, I want to be there. You know?
Yeah. Well,
for sure, he's the OG.
He is the OG.
He is so cool.
Maybe I
keep waiting for him to give me a phone call, Jimmy. You know the guy.
Hey, Jane. Welcome in.
Right? Oh, yeah, huh? That's right. I talked to him on the phone.
Yeah, you did.
Sort of a big deal.
So I sent my number, and he says, you watch my show? And I was like, yeah, duh. I think he's got great editing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You never know who's watching your show. That's the craziest stuff. Yeah. You just never really know who's watching.
Yeah, and for those of y'all that aren't in the chat and in the background, we appreciate you for being here too.
Yes. You pull in some pretty big dogs there, SonnyLasVegas.
No, it's because you, Mikey, and Jimmy are here. I just used y'all for to bring people in.
Oh, that's right. What did Kevin call you? You're a clout chaser. That's right.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Did you see that?
I was best at it too. One of the best.
And I was like, I want to be a clout chaser.
You got to jump up really high to catch them clouds. You know.
Oh man, yeah. I guess
I saw that, and I think back in the day, maybe a couple of years ago, I would have probably took that to heart.
Oh,
but Kevin is a mastermind of stuff. And to me, that was just a way of like getting people to say, hey, who is this guy?
Yeah.
You know, like, who is this? Like, go check him out. Like, very clever. That's how I took it. And I enjoyed it. And then I saw Kristin leave a reply saying, like, you make it sound like cloud chasing is bad. You know?
That's not a bad thing.
And I'm like, she got a point, you know?
Well, I mean, I felt a little bit at first when I saw that, I was like, oh, because I think that when you want to get together with people and video it, I think that sometimes it can be perceived that you're clout chasing, but I just want to go hang out with cool, fun people that like the same thing that I like. So that's why I'm like, SonnyLasVegas, Old School Flips, Ginger Marvin, somebody come go thrifting with me. It's
Ginger Marv, they're with you too.
Yeah, so I didn't want people to think that I was like, hey, I'm going to hit them up because I just genuinely like them, and I want to meet you, and I want to go hang out with you, and I just want to go have fun, you know? So
it's one of the biggest things I've always said is, you know, the bigger channels and the creators with the bigger channels that I've watched a lot, I feel like I know them. You know, like you said, you like them. You feel like you know, they might not know you, but you feel like you know them, and you feel like you're a friend. You know, most of their viewers feel that way. So it's like, I don't feel like it's clout chasing. I just feel like you feel like you know them, and you want to meet them, and you want to hang out with them, you know?
Right. Yeah. I think that I'm not trying to be like glom onto them or ride their coattails. I really want to meet you. I want to know, you know, what it's like to go thrifting with you, really. So, like whenever I reached out to Sonny, you were the first one that I reached out to, and I was like, I'm gonna go do this. And I knew that you were in Las Vegas because your name
Because
kind
I'm
of
Sunny
gave
Las
away.
Vegas. I made the city up.
Yeah.
Watch
So,
out,
and I think
Mr.
I had to
Wynn.
reach out to you like 2 or 3 times before you were like, who is this chick? What is
No,
she?
I was like, oh, she has way more subscribers than me. She's cool. No, I'm just joking.
She's one of the
No, when she did it, I was like, is that really like a message to me? Like to meet up? Like this is all new to me. I'm not used to stuff like that. Yeah, but it was fun. I'm glad you did. And I was like, reached out to other people trying to get people to come.
That's
And
how I
my
got to meet
my
Mikey.
broski down here showed up. And before Kristin showed up, he brought the tall boys.
It was my birthday.
Yeah, it was his birthday too.
And Sonny's like, you want to go thrifting at the bins? I'm meeting up with some squirrel lady. And I was like, I'm there, dude. Let's go. It sounds like fun.
I don't know who she is, but sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
how
I'm
awesome.
That
And Kristin,
is
I'm
why
so,
I like you people, because you're like, sure, I'm up for a good time.
yeah. Oh, and we had so much fun. And your crew, they were all so lovely. And it was just good energy. And it was so fun. And we all instantly hit it off. I mean, that's the thing when you meet other resellers or other YouTubers, you guys already have so much in common that you don't with the rest of the world. So it's pretty easy to make friends. And then when you're cool, it's just even easier and it just flows. So.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I met you guys. I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be kind of weird because they don't know me, but I just want to go thrifting and somebody come with me so that we can find the cool stuff and be like, oh my gosh, look at this. And then somebody else be like, yeah. You don't get that when you're by yourself.
No.
Jane,
and lifelong friends afterwards that. And then, I mean, I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm so glad I went.
Yeah.
Jane is watching out from Canada. And Jane, not sure if you're following Thrift BCQ. Gentleman's name is Chris. He's an awesome guy. So if you know anybody that's interested in getting your sports cards graded, he's already in Canada. That'll help with shipping rather than anything else. But he's also a reseller and hustling and doing a lot of things. Check him out when you have the chance. Really good guy out in Canada.
Yep.
Rodney says, I've been selling at Broadacres since last year, October. I do pretty well. I need to start selling online. Yeah, I met Rodney there at the flea market, and I have him in a video too, with Danny's Niche Lady, and I think with Tiffany. I think that's a video with Tiffany Thrifting Vegas as well. Pretty good stuff, I would say. Really good stuff. First person to recognize me. I feel like, whoa.
Is that the weirdest thing ever?
It felt weird, to be honest.
Yeah.
But Mikey gets it. I had somebody ask for Mikey.
Oh, Sonny.
A couple was like, hey, where's Mikey at?
Yesterday I went and some lady finally got the quad with me. She's like, oh, Mikey, hi, nice to meet you. I think it was Denise might have been her name. And she's like, I've met Danny, I've met Thrifting Vegas, I've met Sonny, and I knew I'd see you out at the store, and now I've met you. And it was just so cool. She was so nice. But yeah, she got the quad. So
she got the group. Oh, yeah, Carrie too. Carrie's part of it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure she's seen Carrie.
He lives there by you now, doesn't he? Did he move?
Who's that?
Carrie?
Oh, Carrie, American Art.
Another Carrie.
Oh, Carrie. The one that hangs out with Danny.
Yes.
Yes, I knew that. Okay.
So
there's so many of you. You guys have such a crew going on in Vegas.
We do, and it's fun. Like I when they say, hey, let's meet up, I'm like, yes. Like, babe, you got to cancel whatever plans you got. Like, I'm going with the crew. Like, you coming with us or you're not? Like, come with us. And more people are asking for Carla too. Like, hey, when's she gonna come? I want to meet Carla. I want to hang out. I want to buy you a dinner. And I was like, you got me at dinner.
Jimmy, I feel like we're starting to get a Colorado group together. I feel like we're gonna get us a crew too.
Your crew looks great, and just keep doing it. It's just so fun, and then also the viewers get like other angles, and even you get to learn from what someone else picks up that you missed and all that stuff. You're like,
100%.
You just learn so much, and the people watching get to see even more because they get to see it from different perspectives and different opinions. And I just think it's a cool thing. I like watching the other ones that people do with me, and it's just fun to see the different perspectives.
It's super cool. Like when Sonny and I did ours, to see it from his perspective
Gary.
It was great. It was so
Yeah.
great.
Got Gary in the house. Go dog, go.
We definitely have to check out the flea market here. It's not even far from my house. It's
Yeah.
maybe 4 miles from my house.
I like since I started going to the flea market, I've actually not gone to the thrift store as much as I did before. I've probably only gone like twice, and that was yesterday that I went, and I had to go back today because I got a fabric steamer that I was
Ooh.
excited about to use for myself for $20, and it goes for like $100. But it wasn't working, so that's the only reason I went back, and I'm glad I did because I ended up finding some cool stuff. And that's another thing about here, Goodwill. Folks, let me know how it is for Goodwill if you have Goodwills over there. Our return policy over here in Las Vegas is 7 days for electronics. 7 days. That's awesome. Just don't be like me and forget where you put your receipt at.
I don't buy electronics generally, so that's a non-issue for me. But I would rather go to ARC if I'm going to go to a regular thrift store.
Yeah, we have some pretty good local thrifts here.
Yeah.
I go to my favorite one every Wednesday. Did really good there again this last Wednesday.
Is that when they like bring out all new stuff or something?
Yeah, they just stocked the shelves really good that day.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they make sure the shelves are stocked.
Nice stuff.
What was the? I filled up my cart again.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yard sales are my favorite. I love yard sales.
I don't know how you do that because I can't ever find yard sales here. I guess I don't try real hard because you just get in the car and go to the bins.
Right. Yeah. You don't have to search for them. You don't have to search for the bins.
No.
You'll be in the same spot every time.
At the bins, but you don't have to Yes, that's the Carrie I was thinking that you were talking about. So
yeah, we just went thrifting the other day, tell you the truth. We went out to Mikey's side of town, and he didn't find nothing, folks. Like zero.
Wait, Mikey didn't or Carrie didn't?
Carrie, American Arbitrage.
Oh wow.
He didn't find any. He found stuff, to tell you the truth, but he ended up giving it to me.
Aww.
But he was getting content from it, and we're gonna next week. I'm gonna be leaving to Twin Falls, Idaho, so I'll see maybe this weekend if I can meet up with him and Omar, who's in the live chat earlier. He lives pretty close to me, and Carrie doesn't live too far from me either, so it's kind of cool. And eventually, hopefully, get everybody, like not just the reseller meetup, but other things like what Mikey pulled together and Danny, the challenge. That was fun. I didn't know we were having a challenge, and him to throw it up on there was just like, if you haven't seen the video of it, how I got it recorded, Mikey's just like, I got a challenge, and he's like announcing it like a game host, and I'm just like, this is real. Like, oh man,
let's go. The next one's gonna be so much better. There's the next one, folks. It was fun.
I am always up for a challenge. So whenever you threw it up there that you were gonna have a challenge, I was like, wait, what? What are you gonna do? Can I play? No, that
you did. You kind of did.
That's right, I did.
Shout out, Kristin. That was fun.
It was fun. It was a good time.
What has helped y'all? What do you think has helped your channel grow with what you're doing now that you didn't do before, when you started seeing the actual growth from it?
Clout chasing.
Everybody.
That's not clout chasing. It's
I'm joking. I'm talking about my channel. I'm joking.
Oh.
You know me. If it's not a joke, I'm not saying it. That was a joke.
I do think it has been the collaboration. I think that whenever you have other people that you want to engage with, then it's engaging for the people watching. I hope. I'd like to think that.
Yeah, no, it's one of the strategies to grow a YouTube channel is to do collaborations. And if you're lucky enough to know people to collaborate with, I'm lucky to know a lot of people that are resellers. That's kind of why I have a reselling channel. My initial YouTube dream wasn't a reseller channel. There's nothing super exciting about a reseller channel. In my opinion, I like the channels and all that, but you're never like, reseller, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I like watching some other cool videos, mountain biking videos, like how-to videos, those educational videos I like. And kind of the dream for me was to make a YouTube channel with Supercourt. But if you saw my first videos, it wasn't super court worthy by any means. So I kind of just started Mikey Bags to learn and to do it, and it's just kind of growing, and I see the growth in it, so I just keep feeding it, and hopefully there will be a channel with me and Courtney together in the future. We already got big plans.
Well, your Friday together thing is great. So, and I think that is what has helped your channel just blow up, is doing that, because it's so much fun. It just feels like you're hanging out with friends, and it's amazing.
Yeah, and I think it gets my loyals even more loyal, because they can watch the videos and then they can hang out with me and they can even chat if they want to, you know what I'm saying? So I just think it keeps everyone really engaged, and I like it, and they seem to like it too. So we've thought about like stopping the Friday night shows many times, because I mean, like Jimmy knows, it's a lot of working. It's pounding
seeing the behind the scenes of that, man. Like I was tired watching him.
Yeah.
So, but we keep it going because the people keep showing up and they like it, and we're both very hard workers, and we both don't like to disappoint people. So I'm keep it going at least for this whole year. I'm going to miss out Friday when I get my surgery, but we're going to have I'm going to walk on Thursday or Wednesday, and we'll kind of do it the same, and then we'll do it as a premiere so we can hang out in the chat still with everybody. And then hopefully I'm not too doped up or sleeping that I can hang out. But Super Court will definitely be there in the chat. And so I've done every Friday so far this year and haven't missed walking and doing stuff. So that will be my first one, and I'll be back the week after live.
Good. Our bins in Colorado aren't always super clean and organized.
I didn't know
one in
those
Colorado Springs. The one in Colorado Springs I liked a lot. I've been there once, and I thought that was a pretty good one.
It's pretty clean. You know what? I've been to 23 different bins locations, mostly on the west side. The cleanest one I've ever been to is in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Videos coming out on that later, but it was so clean in there. Even the bathrooms were like sparkling. It was very nice.
I've never been to a bins bathroom.
You got to wash your hands like often. So I'm in the bathroom.
I also don't wear gloves at the bins.
I don't either. That's why I got to wash my hands often.
I drink tap water.
I drink from a hose. Yeah.
It's hard to compete with the prices of the bins, even with buckyballs in my cart. Those have a little bit of weight too.
Yeah. Jimmy, have you been going to the bins much more since? Yeah.
About the only time you'll catch me there is when we're meeting up there
together.
When you're required to go.
No, I enjoy it. It's definitely a lot more fun for me when I'm hanging out with you guys and there's other people there. If I'm there by myself, I will. First of all, I'll never make my way there, so I won't be there by myself.
Yeah.
Not. I don't know. I do well enough with my other sourcing.
Yeah,
I don't really have to go
kill
there.
it without having to go to the bins for sure. But I didn't know if you ever got that way. Sonny, Mikey, do you guys ever go that direction? Or are you guys mostly? Yeah, I didn't think so.
I've only been like, I think 3 or 4 times, and every time was to film, and one time was with my mom. And you can't even film in there, so that's why I don't even really go. The last time I went on there, they wanted me hardcore. I wasn't even pulling out my camera, and they're accusing me of pulling out my camera. So, like,
they're like, does Mikey Bags some money? Hey, does Mikey Bags some
You could get talk to Sonia. You get
on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can get Sonia to go to the bins with you, but she works Monday through Friday, but she loves the bins. Like
I knew she was my kind of people. I know my mom, whenever I take her, she's getting so much better at it. She'll go now, but when we first started going, she would walk around and she'd be like, she would not touch anything, and she didn't want to smell anything. She would like hold her breath. She would like tiptoe and not get close to people and be like, she did not like it at all. So she likes what I find once I've washed it and send it to her, but she doesn't like it at all.
Gary, if you're on Instagram, I'm at the SonnyLasVegas and SonnyLasVegas. But if not, folks, I do have an email, SonnyLasVegas702. All that information, including fan mail. I'm glad I said that. Fan mail. I got one today, folks. My first fan mail.
so cool, Sonny.
I want to share this. I've been working on that. This is from 5280 Thrifting Queen.
5280, huh?
5280 Thrifting Queen. This is gonna be Crystal.
Oh, I know her.
She is. I'm gonna tell you, folks. She is awesome. I've just recently been following her channel for a couple of weeks now, and I'll tell you the stuff that comes across is valuable stuff, and then the information she gives too, it's on point. Like she's really good to where I'm really wishing like it was longer videos. Like keep bringing more, and it's like okay, she got other videos, so I'll watch them. But she sent me this. Oh, I almost threw this away. Please check out my YouTube channel. I'm already following you, Crystal. And folks, give her a try. I enjoy her. I'm sure you will too. 5280 Thrifting Queen. It's like a thank you card, which is good to have. I've been thinking about having those. And then I got a little card here. I'll pull it out. And then she said, "Oh, this is cool. It's like some stickers. Can y'all see this? It's like a little slot machine, like front. Some little cards. Has Vegas little sun. I'm going to put a photo on this on Instagram. Some little tokens, like poker chips, and some cash. I'm going to try that inside the machines to get your money back. I wonder if that works. So if you see SonnyLasVegas on the news for being a retard trying to cash out this stuff,
Say behind bars.
yeah, it might go for good views or it might not, folks. So I just pulled out the card here. Thank you card. Thanks.
She is low-key stealthy.
She's awesome. Thank you. Thank you from 5280 Thrifting Queen Crystal. I know her name. SonnyLasVegas. Hello. I just wanted to send you something fun to say. Thank you for being awesome. I'm not making that up, folks. That's in there. I will share this an Instagram photo and the community thumbnail. Love your YouTube videos and Instagram info. Enclosed is my information of what I just shared with you. I'm just starting out on YouTube. And folks, whether you've been doing YouTube for a while or not, like I'm still brand new. Give people a try. If you see people talking about them, bringing them up, it's for a reason, right? I've been following people enough to know whether I should mention them or not, because there's some people as you grow, they're not people that you, and this is not a harp on people, it's just some you don't want to give a shout out to because they need to support you as you're supporting other people too. So that's why I bring in certain people, and in time, as I get to know more people and see that, like this is my kind of people that I respect them and I want to share them and hope that you do too. That's how I work. So it's a work in progress. If you want to grow in the community, you have to be part of the community. You have to show support, show up when you can, even if it's after live, after a video has been up, go watch it while you're working. Like just see what you could take from it, apply it towards what you want to do. It's baby steps. And soon enough, people will find you familiar in the community and be like, oh, I don't think I've been seeing their videos. Let me give them a try. And it's like, whoa, why have I not been following you? It's just the way it works for all of us, folks. It's just part of the process.
Well, 5280 Thrift Queen is pretty cool. I've seen her at the bins before, and she pulls out things that most of us would just pass over and gets hundreds of dollars for some of the stuff that she pulls out. It's amazing what and when you see her, you're like, oh, you would not know that she has a cart full of fire. She's amazing.
Yeah, like hundreds, not like, oh, I got stuff that's worth hundreds and it's like $110. It's like nearly 400, 500 is nearly 600. Like every that time. Type of stuff. Like
every time she goes, she's incredible.
Yeah.
You got to follow her on Instagram, if anything else, because she puts out the stuff that the things that she finds, and you're like, wait, what? What is that? And how did you know that? She's so good.
Speaking of, did you know what that is or what is that? So I heard you in your recent video, Kristin, talking about getting some stuff appraised, a blanket. But before that, remind me of the kilts.
Oh, I did. Kilts. I found some kilts, and I was like, I know a guy that wears kilts.
They're not my size. I'm heartbroken.
Oh, well.
They looked heavy duty too.
They looked similar though. I think they were like, they call them work kilts.
like heavy duty work kilts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My kilt is very heavy duty. It's got pockets. It's
Yeah.
but I think it's not a wrap. Mine's like well, maybe it is a wrap, but I think mine's just a one piece
This
skirt.
one is adjustable. It wraps, but
Yeah, I saw
it's got
that.
different snaps in different places. They're pretty cool, and I've sold those things before. They can be really expensive. I mean, like new. So even used, I'll get $60, $70 for that thing. So, and I got two.
Yeah, that brown one, I think, and the black one.
Yeah.
So in that video, Kristin talked about appraising a blanket worth how much?
Well, it was $1,200. I found a quilt, and it was embroidered, and it was made with like weighted silks, and it was embroidered 1886 on it. So I took it to a lady in Colorado Springs that actually writes books about quilts, and she looked at it for me and was like, "This is phenomenal." So then I met with her at the bins just the other day, and she looked at another couple quilts for me that I'd had, and I'm gonna put the one that the original one, like the $1,200 quilt that just blows my mind because I paid less than $3 for it. Wow! I'm gonna put it in the Illinois State Fair and see how it does. So I'm pretty excited.
Jimmy, have you ever had anything appraised?
No.
Haven't you had stuff graded though?
I had some Pokemon cards graded a long time ago.
Isn't that similar?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did really good on that Pokemon card. Got a 10. Got a grade 10, and I sold for like $600.
Jeez.
Is that hard to get a 10? I hear it's hard.
Yeah, it's really hard to get a 10.
Is there different types of 10s, or is there like a 10 is a 10?
PSA just has the one I sent to. PSA has just the 10. There's another grading company called Beckett that breaks it down like by category, like the corners and the surface and all that. So to get a real 10 from them is really hard to get. But yeah, I sent in like 5 cards and I got 1 10 out of them. So
that's amazing. So I think it's similar. Yeah. We just don't have grading systems. She literally wrote the book on crazy quilts. So I have her book. She signed it for me. She gave me the appraisal and told about the history of it, told me what kind of person probably made it, and then told me how much it was worth. And I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? This is amazing. But I probably found it 2 or 3 years ago, and I'm afraid to, like, I don't know how to list it. I don't want to do it wrong. So, and it's pretty, so I haven't really tried very hard to get rid of it, but I'm going to get it. I'm going to put it in the fair, and hopefully it'll do well. And then for me, that's like a grading system. Once it's been graded and has, hopefully a ribbon, then that'll maybe make it worth more and justify having that much of an appraisal. So then I can sell it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Bubble up, take it easy on the treadmill. I've been running a lot lately. Don't die either, so that way you could see you again. It's always a pleasure seeing you. Got to have you back.
Bolo up. Spigot. What happened? What's that about?
Don't know. I was trying to figure it out.
Drinking the water. The water drinkers.
Yeah, so I have
He'll
to
take you to the
bins.
He'll take you, Sonia.
Yeah, I will. I don't know when. We'll go in the winter.
I will, but I don't know when.
We're not going during yard sale season. Sorry.
Yeah. Are you going to yard sales tomorrow?
Yes.
Good night, Ellen. Thank you for coming by.
Yeah, first thing in the morning, hitting the road.
Oh, you're hitting the road? Like
hitting the roads. Like the north side. I just stay up on the north side. I hardly ever leave Thornton. Thornton, Broomfield. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Do really good in that area.
Yeah.
So, that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I was looking at something else and I forgot. Oh, is Bolo up from Mesa, Arizona? I saw that earlier.
I see them in the chats quite a bit. I don't even know their name.
Yeah, me either. I feel bad. They just said something about being in Mesa.
Tell us about you, Bolo Up.
Because that's where I grew up, in Mesa, Arizona.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Tell us about y'all, folks, in the chat. Where y'all from? Y'all resellers, not resellers? If not, what do you like about watching resellers? Be good to know.
Mikey,
Yeah,
where
I
did you
see
grow
some
up?
names and I try to get them, but sometimes I don't.
I was born in Mesa, Arizona, and lived there from 11 to like 33 or something like that.
Oh wow,
So I know all about. I went to Westwood High School.
nice,
I'm a-
Mikey.
I'm
where'd you grow up?
I'm a California kid myself.
That's right. Yeah. How did you end up in Vegas?
Via Washington and then Vegas. I missed the sunshine. I wanted to see the sun, and let me tell you, seeing the sun every day is magnificent.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. It's always either sunny and hot or sunny and cold, and we got so many things available to us. We just really enjoy it here. So happy to be
And
here.
it's growing so much too. Like
Yeah.
that just tells me there's gonna be more thrift stores in time and more garage sales and more yard sales. It's one of those things you're glad that it'll never end.
Yeah. We got everything here, and people are abandoning ship and leaving it all behind all the time around here.
Oh no, I thought the yard sales were really good there when we were out there. I thought they were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, freaking Jimmy's father-in-law just texted him like, "Hey, if you find
Yeah,
Jimmy."
not just, but he hadn't just texted me. I had been looking for the gopher from Caddyshack.
Right.
And I had been looking for a mosquito trap for him for years.
Uh-huh.
Never found them in Colorado.
Where do
I
you
go
have
to
mosquitoes?
Vegas and I find both. I found a mosquito trap and I found the gopher from Caddyshack in Vegas.
And you just found that gopher again, right?
Yeah, I just found that
a couple of
gopher.
videos ago.
It actually belongs to Dan the Answer Man now.
Oh.
Oh.
Because he's a golf guy too, and I was like, here you go. So yeah, now and Sonia found a mosquito trap. So now we found another mosquito trap too. But up until that point, we had never found them.
Boy, a lot
Do
of
it.
Southern California people.
Do it, Bolo up. Be a reseller.
I actually lived in Northern California as a child.
Have y'all gone to any estate sales lately?
Mm-mm.
Have you ever been to any?
Mhm.
I love estate sales.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't like all the people in the house. It's too much for me, honestly. I just don't want to be there with the rush and all that other stuff. I'd rather just go hit a garage sale. But I mean, they got lots of great stuff for sure.
I love
been to a
estate
couple.
sales.
The estate sales here are pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Now, that's what I don't understand. As a clothes seller, I'm not even a clothes seller, and I find clothes at the estate sales. I've done.
Isn't that crazy? And I don't think of myself as a clothing seller, but I guess I have a lot of clothes.
I
listed.
mean,
They're just
when you
so.
go to the bins, I see you buy a lot of clothes.
I do. I know because they're so easy to ship, and we have such
Yeah.
nice clothes here. But
Right.
I started out as a wares reseller.
One of my best flips ever was what was it called? What's that brand? It was a T-shirt. 3D. What's it called? The 3D something. 3D print.
A Harley Davidson.
It was a
3D emblem.
3D emblem. There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
It was a 3D emblem, and it was Easy Rider. It was an Easy Rider
Ooh.
magazine T-shirt from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Sold it for like $600, and I got that on the estate sale. Yeah, 3D emblem. Thank you. I was just drawing a blank.
Mikey knows.
And that's why I love estate sales, because I always find clothes like that, man. Whew.
Yeah.
I mean, not that good, but I always find vintage clothing at estate sales.
Because of Mikey, I've been getting more and more into. I was already like into Hawaiian shirts, but now I'm like looking at like these different types of shirt like he wears.
Yeah.
Especially like when I meet up with him, like I'm like, man, I gotta find a shirt, and like, no, that's not worthy. Like it needs to be on point.
Hey, I used to wear the same stupid work shirt for like 7 years, man. It was paint spotted. I hated it. And I love dressing myself and just putting a little bit of flair on it and having fun with it. So I'm just happy to be free of the paint shirt. Woo!
Man,
I do wear uniforms in high school, so I like being able to wear whatever I want.
This
Oh,
live
yes.
has been good to me. I've been selling like crazy since we've been on here.
Ooh.
Let me see my phone.
Shout out to Jimmy.
Those
I
are
put mine
supposed to go
on
to me.
silent.
Look at all
But
these
I
sales
have
today. All today.
3.
I've been selling like crazy all day.
Well, I got 3 orders. My phone's on vibrate.
But a lot of them have been while we were on here, so we gotta keep doing this show. It's been a good show. It's been good to me, this show.
You know, one of my favorite places to source
ever, we don't have these out here, is live auctions, like where you go stand up and you got a live auctioneer and
Right,
they
don't.
we don't
There's
have
not a lot
those.
of. Yeah.
Yeah, now in the Midwest, they have tons of them. Somebody, instead of having an estate sale, they just clean out the house with an auctioneer, and you can get some amazing things.
So much fun. It's like so much.
So much fun.
Who is
It's
it?
so easy to get caught up in it. And if I'm ever back like in the Midwest, if I can go to one, if I'm hanging out with my dad or my brother, they'll say, okay, I'll look for auctions. If I know you're going to be home, then I'm going to check out the auctions though. Oh, those are fun.
I'll try to. There's a couple of the guys that go to the thrift store that I go to on Wednesday that they know of a couple. I'll try to see if I can find out if there's anything like that here.
Yeah.
But it's not like easy to find. They're not everywhere here. Not at all.
Probably up in like Greeley area.
I know there's one out in Bennett, but that's still kind of far, right? Like way out east. Yeah.
Yeah. Love auctions. See, Kathy knows what's up.
You go to auctions?
Yeah.
Like online auctions or like live auctions?
Like auctions with
like super court.
Yeah.
Nah, nobody could top Super Court. That was awesome. That was
We
awesome,
hear it.
folks.
Like
I wish
catalog.
it could be like a replay for you to see. That's the only thing. Another thing too about Whatnot, like the replays. Like you don't have replays.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's where you can let loose too, and don't have to worry too as much. It doesn't live forever.
Nobody's ever gonna see it again.
The evidence won't be there.
Yes.
Yeah. It would be nice to be able to like rewatch it and learn from it.
You
Like,
you can request it. They keep them all on file, so I believe you can request to get a copy of it.
I was doing my very first one, and Jiminy Flip It had a live show, and they watched my first auction on their live show. Not embarrassing at all, but it was nice to be able to go back and see where I totally messed up and, learn from that.
I get.
Super embarrassing. Another embarrassing moment on the daily for me.
Right? You go watch one of my Whatnot auctions, it's just cricket sounds nonstop. It's kind of crazy. I think they're like, oh, Jimmy's going live on Whatnot. Let's funnel in the cricket sounds. So
I just had a one on Monday, and folks, I want to tell you this right now. Like, people coming in here, this is not the same thing as Whatnot. I had 0 sales, I had 0 comments, and I went through like 13 t-shirts and nothing. Nobody was like, your prices are too high or anything. I just didn't have anything. So I don't know if it was a glitch. I'd like to say it was a glitch, but there was like no feedback. I saw people coming in and out. Nothing. I was telling Luis about it, and he was like, well, maybe something happened. Just keep trying. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, I will. But...
me going, and they're like, oh, it's...
No, it was...
Send the crickets. Send them the crickets.
Sonny, one time I started it, and I was on test mode somehow. And then once I took it off test mode, like people could come in. But there was some people that actually made it in through clicking like the link through my YouTube channel or something. They like the hardcores made it in, but no one else made it get in because it was on test.
The hardcores?
Yeah, the hardcores.
Oh, diehard fans. I like that.
Yes, and bless you guys for coming in. But so, anyways, I figured it out, and then I think that's why it wasn't as good either. It was a blunder in the beginning, but maybe you were on test mode. I don't know.
Maybe it was because there were some people that were saying like, Joel Deals. He comes inside here every once in a while, and he was the only one that I remember him saying like, "Hey, Sonny, you know how we are when we go and follow somebody, like you say hello." Just like you do in these live chats.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, Joe Deals. But then after a few minutes, it's like, hey, Sonny. I was like, he already said hello. So maybe it was. Maybe, something wasn't working out on it. But I was a little butthurt. And I was like, you know what? Nothing's selling. Nothing's going on. I'll just end it and say, hey, thanks for showing up. Maybe next time. I didn't just close out,
There's a lot of people that are using those things as like chat rooms where they aren't really selling anything. They're just hanging out and talking to people.
But I was trying to sell stuff.
Yeah.
I was trying to make some money.
I think that's the premise of the platform. But some people are just, starting a live show, which is kind of neat. But at the same time, it's like, well, but what are you going to sell? Because I'm moving on. I'll watch this on YouTube, but this is my favorite thing right now. I don't watch movies. I don't watch TV. I can't wait to find the next chat because I love the interaction.
Yeah, I do too. Watching people first, whatnot is really fun.
No.
Super embarrassing.
My first whatnot was pretty good. I haven't had very much, but my first one was pretty good. I did all right. I went like I am right now, just showed my face and hey, here's this stuff. And Jennifer, Jen Multiverse jumped in and she made a compliment. She was like, wow, most people, even people that come on YouTube, don't go on whatnot like that. They usually behind the scene and you're just looking at the item. So
my first one, I was like trying to figure out the whole time how to flip the camera, and I didn't have a hat on, so I'm like trying to flip the camera, and everybody see my balls. I'm all, how do I flip this thing? I want to get this auction started. All you guys can do is see my big forehead. I'll figure it out, guys.
You should have had your hat on. At
oh
least
my gosh,
promoting you.
oh, that's tearing up my eyes right there. That's funny.
That was my first whatnot. It was pretty funny. I was laughing at myself even.
That's funny.
So now the next one, I was ready to push that button. I was like, go.
Yeah, I had a really hard time with the shipping on the first one. Something was all messed up and they had to do the shipping labels for me. But this last one, it was as soon as the show was over, I pushed the labels and it was great. It was I got it. They're out. Done. Move on. Next. This also seems intimidating to me doing the StreamYard stuff. It looks like it's like there's a lot going on. It would be hard.
No, it's not very much. It's not hard. You get used to it.
Yeah.
Do your families get jealous of the time you invest in listing videos or the time you invest in your business or YouTube? Start off with Kristin and go around the clock.
Yes, because I have been like the mom and the Gigi, and they've all like moved, so they aren't right next to me anymore. So this is I do this all the time now. So they'll say, Mom, you don't have to list on Thursday, and you don't, I know your video comes out on Wednesday, but maybe you can do your videos on Tuesday. So that I'm like, no, this is, I've created a job for myself on purpose. So you guys are out of the house. I got to have something to do. And this is it. So, and it takes a lot of time to get the content and then edit the content. And then if you're going to be a real reseller, you have to like list stuff and try to sell something.
Yeah. You got to list it to sell it.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm a reseller first and the videos just come second, but that's still a whole day really of editing and collecting stuff. So and then I'm not calling them all the time and FaceTiming them all the time on the Marco Polo. So they probably are mad that but also very supportive. They're in the chats all the time and I'm so grateful that they do watch all the videos and they do share it out on Facebook, and they really are super supportive. But they want me to go and hold their babies and stuff. I want to do.
My answer is heck no. Matter of fact, I'm locked down here in the basement. They usually let me out of here at 10 o'clock. So in about 45 minutes, they'll let me out of the basement because they're like, Dad's in the basement again, lock it, because he's going to start looking for someone to take pictures for him or start listing or organize inventory. So lock that basement and keep him down there. I'm not even joking. That's serious.
Well, you've got people at home to help you. Your kids are there. Get them to work. That's right.
They probably have one of those little prison doors for Jimmy, and they're like slide the metal tray of food, so like slosh.
Hey, look, 5280 is here.
No spoon. Is like eat with your fingers. Mikey, do you get any jealous time
Yeah, well, I mean, I had to work some time out. I mean, being a reseller, full-time reseller is like probably like a 50-hour a week job at least. I mean, you just got to do so much. I mean, some people can do it faster. I can't. I put a lot of effort into reselling. And then when I started YouTubing, I mean, YouTubing is like a 50-an-hour a week job. So
Yeah.
I had a lot less free time to spend with Supercourt, who also works her buns off. So she kind of like, when she's done working, she wants to be done working and hang out and enjoy some time. But I'm like, I got to do this, I got to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been just trying to get my stuff done sooner, kind of get more of a streamlined and more of a work-life balance. But I mean, I'm getting more now for sure. But like building and going into it, it was just always doing something. And then I started putting out videos on Sunday, and then they wouldn't be ready on Sunday. So I'd have to work all Saturday. And she already goes to the garage sales with me on Saturday. So it'd be garage sale Saturday, do my video on Saturday night, and then still even do more stuff for Sunday. So it was just taking up a lot of time. So I'm just trying to give more time to spend with my wife and not work so many hours, especially since she works so many hours, just trying to enjoy. So not like jealous or anything, but just more wanting to spend free time and enjoy each other, like, and get more exercise. We used to ride our bikes a lot more. Now those hours that I'd be like, you know, maybe going to the park or something, I'm like, maybe I can do this, you know, and yeah, just trying to work it out. It's definitely a sacrifice. I mean, all the work we do and everything's a sacrifice. So
Yeah, I'm not as bad as I was before. I used to say I was going to sacrifice time, that the time that I'm not with my wife, even if she's on the other side of the wall, that I'm going to list stuff. And I've said this before, like it became a bad habit because I got to where I needed to not have to do that anymore. And it just took a while breaking out because I just felt like that success that was working, I didn't want it to end. You know, I didn't want it to stop. So it was like, I got to do this. But I'm way better now. Of like, I still try to work. She kind of sleeps in at times before she heads to work, and our schedule works really well. She likes to work night times. So at night, I get a list. When she gets home in the morning, I cook her breakfast. And as soon as she goes to bed, she's like, hey, you going to cuddle with me? And I'm like, it depends. It's like a heads or tails kind of moment. Like, I need to do this, or what's tomorrow? You know, like sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I know if I cuddle with her, we're going to sleep, and I'm going to be in the bed for 3 hours. You know, like I'm not going to take a nap like 30 minutes. I don't know who takes 30-minute naps. My naps are like for the hours, but for me, it's not as bad. When she does wake up and I'm in the room, she'll come, like, I'll know, and she'll giving me hugs. Tip will get jealous and jump on me. And Jimmy knows, and Sonia, like, if you get too close, having too much fun and interacting and excited, he'll come and like push you, like, hey, come play with me. Here's my little chicken nugget plush, you know, like that's who he is. So I'm actually all right. I used to be bad at the jealousy part because I was taken away from family time. And it's very important not to do that, folks. Like, figure it out. Don't put your family first, you know. Follow up, family of 3 Aussies. Yes, they sometimes want me to get off the computer. And it's really just what you got to do. Sometimes you got to be like, what do you need me for? Go do your own thing. You know, I'll be there in a minute. I really got to finish this, because some things you don't want to stop, you know. You got to see it through, and it only takes that few minutes to finish it sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
And speaking of Crystal, hi.
Yay!
Hi,
We were just
Crystal.
talking about you, sister.
Yeah. You're gonna have to go give me some watch time hours by seeing what we said about you earlier. But I appreciate you very much. I showed your package that you sent me. Thank you. And I was actually following you weeks before I got this yesterday. I checked the mail and I was like, my wife was like, what are you smiling at? Because she was at the post office. What are you smiling at? Why are you laughing? Who is in there? And I'm just like, old ladies that like my hair, you know? And she's like, I was like, I got a package. She was like, what kind of package? And I'm just like, man, that's my wife for me, right? And I'm like, I think it's like fan mail. She was like,
love letters.
Yeah, it was love letters. And then I didn't open it until now, like I did earlier, right? So I had it in the kitchen, and she was like, so what's in there? What's in there? You know, what's in there? I was like, hey, I made you food, you know, like, don't worry about this. Like you don't look at my YouTube channel. You don't follow my videos. Like, don't worry about it, you know? And it's funny because I was telling Carrie the other day, we were talking about Carrie American Arbitrage earlier.
Yeah.
Carla was like, "Hey, can you do this?" Or she wanted me to do something. So I meant to text Carrie because he had texted me, and I'm like, "Hey, I gotta cook for my wife first. I'll head over right after." And she's like, "Who are you texting?" And she's upstairs and I'm downstairs, and I just start laughing. And I'm like, "It's Carrie." And I'm like, I start laughing even more because it's like a woman's name, right? And she's like, "Who's Carrie?" And I'm like, "You remember that guy on TikTok that I showed you? That, he moved into here to Vegas?" And she was like, "No." And I'm like, "I know she does." So I showed her, and I'm telling Carrie, and he just starts laughing. He's like, "I get that all the time, like that like a girl name," but it was funny.
Oh my
So
gosh.
funny. Carla's something else. It was fun taking her. Like, it was the first time when Mikey, we went Danny, Supercore, we went out to Broad Acres Flea Market. And I was telling my wife, like, you got to come with us. Like, I want you to know my people. Like, this is my group. And she loved it. She had a good time, and people have been asking, like, bring Carla back. Where's Carla? And then Supercore too. She was like, "Hey, I want to hang out, and I want to have dinner too. I just don't want to always drink. I want to go eat somewhere.
I want
What's
you
up,
guys to go
John?
eat dessert more often, though. That I'm here for the dessert.
Yeah. No, she would love that too. And she does love chocolate. Oh, speaking of ice cream, so I know Jimmy said he likes vanilla. Carla at Cold Stone only gets sweet cream, the ice cream. That's all she gets, no toppings. And it's pretty good. I like it. I gotta have marshmallows in there, Reese's Pieces cups, like whatever gets me to become a diabetic, like just put it in there.
Oh, I'm well on my way for sure. I mean, the majority of the nutrition that I receive in a day is from candy.
Yeah.
Hey, Bama.
Yeah, Bama. Very catty. Did somebody get cha-chings? Who all got cha-chings in here, folks, during this live? Because Jimmy's over here banking. I love hearing that cha-ching on the phone with reselling. Rosie and I say to each other, "What's on the phone? What's on mine?" It's fun. It is fun.
How many did you sell today there, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Let me check on the desktop here.
19. What about you, Mikey? What do you got?
12.
2 or 3, nothing. Crickets.
They say that if you hit the like button while you're in a live or watching a live,
Oh,
that you get a sale. That's what they say. So y'all better be hitting that like. Better be hitting it. That's what they say. Rachel Strickland swears by it.
Good night, Puffles. Thank you for coming by. Always good seeing you and here, and also Mikey's. And Daniel.
Yeah, Puffles is OG. Yeah, always hanging out.
OG.
Good night, Puffles.
Yeah, Puffles for sure. Yep.
Yeah, Crystal, I did. I showed your items. Thank you so much. Said a lot of good things. Maybe. So no dogs.
Crystal, I think I'm going to the bins on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Jimmy.
What are they doing?
I don't think they invited you, Jimmy. I think it's them that are going.
Well, he can show up. He should.
Ooh.
What time are you in the bins when they open?
I'm a get there in the morning kind of girl. I like to get there, and then if I feel like leave, if it's not hopping, then I leave.
Yeah.
But I always stay. I was there 11 hours the other day.
What?
11 hours. But I found some great stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if I mean, you know me, I'm there 2 hours. I'm like, oh man,
gotta go.
Time to go.
Yeah. No, they have new rules. Oh no,
they have new rules.
Jimmy's about ready to break them, whatever they are.
Whatever they're rules, break them.
Have a good night. Thank you for coming by. Get some beauty sleep. That's how I keep the hair this way. I get a lot of good sleep. Get my beauty sleep.
You're letting yours grow out. You're going to catch up with me here soon.
Yeah. I was almost tempted to cut it the other day, but it was 4th of July and it was closed.
There's a couple times where Sonny's been late.
Yeah.
A couple times it's happened.
Right. He's got that Fabio thing going on.
Yeah, there you go. Just like
Every time I do it, like my life just goes in slow motion for everybody.
Yeah.
They're like, stop! I'm trying to hurry up. Don't slow mo me right now.
that's great.
I want to do that in the video now. I need like a little fan
Slow-mo.
so it's like elongated.
So you can't shop at all while they're rotating. Is that what she's saying?
Do they rotate the whole floor? Because I've seen where they do that over in Santa Fe.
I'm breaking that rule for sure.
Yeah, you don't stand in the middle of it. You'll be like, what?
They'll
What's
be
the
pulling
line?
a bin out, and
I'll cross
I'll be walking with them and shopping in it as they're removing it from the floor.
Yeah. Yeesh. Oh, they do. They're clearing the whole floor. They do that in Arizona, and it takes them an hour to rotate the whole floor. It's awful.
Doesn't it have
I
wheels?
think I
on the
could
bin?
clear the whole floor in an hour by myself. How does it take a crew? And
I swear they lollygag and
I'm sorry.
I don't have gray hair. I have white hair.
oh, I have gray hair.
I'm super wise for my age. That's why.
We
I
both
do.
have a new manager.
I have a nose hair that grows white too. Like I know when it's.
Show us. Where
I don't
is
have it now because I just plucked it the other day. But
Let's
folks,
see it.
this is like the weirdest nose hair. Like I know when it's there
Just kind of
because
like
it grows straight like towards the sun. Like I think it thinks it's a plant, but it like touches like under, and I'm like, as soon as like I do my little
You're making
dream of
me itchy.
beanie.
that's great.
When I do that,
How
like
old
it
are you
tickles,
to
and I'm
have
like, damn
those
it,
big
I got
long-
that white nose hair.
How old are you to have that though? You're not old enough to have big long
You
nose
don't ask
hair.
gentlemen their age, girl.
I'm gonna ask anybody their age. That's how I relate to you.
I am
You don't have those big
41
eyelashes.
years of awesomeness, folks.
You're how old?
TMI.
What did he say? How old is he?
41? Did you say
41 years of awesomeness.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll be 42 October 11th, folks.
Yeah. And look, I'm only 5 years older than him, folks.
Mikey, how old are you?
Some guys get all the love.
I think I'm 46, but I don't keep counting, and I'm there.
He
With
said, think.
Please. Y'all are babies. I'm older than all of you.
Yeah, age is just a number.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't pay attention to that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
The one who has the most in the end wins.
No,
Well, no
sir.
one wins in the very end. We all tie, actually.
It's a tie.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to get as many points as I can. That's all I'm saying. With or without nose hairs.
A nose hair that's white, is that an excuse for using? No Coca de Nostro for me. Honey, I look like a baby. That's what I'm told.
Oh,
And
no,
I tell
45,
I tell my wife this stuff, and she's like, "You don't look young. People don't say that." And I'm like, "If you only watch my shows, like you would see, I am not lying about this. I lie about other stuff."
Did you say 40? Did you?
Oh, shoot.
Oh man.
Bless the
Did
super
y'all
court.
know that your ears and your nose always grow?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Man, I know all about, like, I have to cut my hair, I feel like every week, and my hair grows so fast now. I hate it. And my fingernails. I hate how fast my fingernails grow now, too.
I don't cut my hair anymore, but I do like I have to shave my neck because I have that undercut. But I think I need to do that probably like once every other week, every 10 days probably.
Going fast.
Yeah.
Mikey, I want to let you know you're younger than what you said.
Thank you. Still don't matter. We all tie in the
Hey, you
end.
just gained a year. I'm not. You
Right.
just gained a year, Mike. Mikey, that's awesome. Not every day
That
you
is
gain
funny.
a year.
Yeah.
Hey,
Details-
think about that.
details,
In your
guys, are
mind, you
not
just
my-
gained a year.
Details are not my specialty, and I had to learn a lot of lessons through eBay of how important details are in filling out all the boxes.
Oh,
Yes.
that's exactly right. Slow down, write it all down.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about that, Mikey, because you just reminded me of your live of the Auctioneer Super Court about your measurements of your items.
Do you want to see my tape ruler?
Yeah.
Your tape roller.
There it is, guys.
Oh,
We got this small, that small. We got about that big. We got elbow to fist, I think we had. We also had fist size. It's got fist size, that big. And yeah. And in case you didn't see Supercourt's comment below, I did somehow sell 2 items. Like, I started the auction and like I never even showed them on screen, and somehow they sold. I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. I try my best. I try to have a good attitude, and it's working out for me. So yes, I'll just keep it up. But yes, my measurements were unique. They were unique.
They're asking him like, people were asking him questions, and he's just like, yeah, it's like this big. I was like, what? I was expecting a ruler, or a tape measure, and he's just like, oh, it's this big, folks. Let me get it closer. Now it's this big. And I'm like, wow.
Yes,
it was awesome.
I gotta say, since I've seen people actually have tape measures, the little fabric kind, and I might bring one of those to my next auction, or I might just keep my fist, arm, and face sizes. Yes,
I think he might hit court with that, Super Court, if he had that.
I think she might get me with it.
Yeah, she
Oh
probably
my
would.
gosh.
Yeah, it was an awesome show, folks. Make sure to check out Mikey. Today I saw my boyfriend watching a video I made. Normally he won't watch them. That is awesome.
That means they're probably getting better, I would say. Supercourt wouldn't watch my stuff and was quite embarrassed of them in the beginning. They're cringe-worthy. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's a good sign, I think.
I've been doing this. It's not quite 2 years, and Mr. Squirrel won't watch him. He's like, yeah, well, got another one. Good.
Respect, James.
Yeah,
Respect. Hey, what's up, Mo? We got Mo in the house, folks. Really good guy right here.
I hear you, Mo. I hear you.
Hi.
He had white hair since he was 27.
Yeah. I do have to like color my hair, but you and I were talking about like being tall and stuff, though. I've been this tall since I was in 5th grade. I think I only grew another maybe 4 or 5 inches since 5th grade. Oof.
I think I grow better like when I put on my hokas. I think that's the only time I grow.
True. Yeah. I had on heels when I met you, though, Sonny.
No, you're still tall even without them. It didn't make me feel any type of way other than like I was like, whoa, she's tall.
Right?
Pardon?
You're at least my height, right?
I'm 6 foot, but if you put my ponytail up, then it's like another 3 inches. So.
I was gonna say, so you're taller than me too. I'm 5'10" and a half.
Yeah, well, technically 5'11" and 3/4, but on a volleyball roster, I'm like 6'1", 6'2". Depends, Depends on who was playing that night.
I don't know how tall I am.
You're pretty tall, Mike.
6 foot, 6'1", 6'2". I don't really know. I don't. Details.
I think you're at least 6 foot.
Yeah, I think so.
I think you're taller
6 foot,
than that.
6 foot plus. Yeah.
And Super Court is tall too.
Yeah, it seems like she would be tall.
They always look down on me.
She said the same thing. Super Court said that she's been 5'10" since she was 12. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep. But it made it easier to play basketball and volleyball.
Right.
Yeah.
Spiking on full.
Crystal, you have really nice gray hair though. Like it's a nice gray.
Wait, Rosie's name is Crystal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought it was Rosie.
I could see where you would get that.
Yes.
I don't see how she got that. Not at all. Not at all.
Sorry.
Oh, she's tall too. Like I always seen her in the videos for like a year or two, right? That I've been following Rosie, Crystal. And I always thought she was short because I guess the way we are in videos, right? So when I seen her in person, I was like, wow, you're tall. And she like looked down at her feet, looked up. She was like, yeah. I was like,
I get that. I get that a lot.
Luis is 6'1".
Okay.
Tall stuff.
I'd like to meet.
But I think he shrank an inch.
Oh, 6'2". I'd like to meet Paul Philly Flipper. They said he is like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah, he's like y'all didn't know he was like a first round draft for like the what is it? Philadelphia Eagles? Like he's played for him back in the day.
Paul,
Yeah,
you're lying.
I am lying.
I met him, and that was the biggest surprise when he walked up behind me, and he literally put both his hands on my shoulders and went, and I looked up and was like,
What?
Daddy.
he's so tall.
Yeah, that's
Like,
awesome.
what?
That's awesome.
Bolo up is 5'1", shorty and fat. My wife said she was 5 foot when I met her, and and I've told stories about our relationship, how we started. They're all based off of lies. Her height was a lie too, because after a while I was like, are you 5 foot? Because this girl over here, your cousin's saying she's 5 foot, and you're shorter, and she was like, well, I'm 5'10", 5'11", or 4'11", or 4'10". I'm just like, liar. That's our relationship. Just keep lying, it works out. It works out, folks. I grew 4 inches in college. Hi, Holly.
All relationships work out real well with lies and deceit.
Yeah, they make the best stories.
Oh, that's too hard for me to keep up with. So I just got to just tell it like it is, and then you don't have to remember what the storyline was.
Well, if you say it enough times, you forget it's a lie and it becomes a truth.
Oh, I'll have to try that one.
Just like, Mikey and Jimmy are like,
Oh no, I know some people that tell themselves enough lies that they believe it's truth, and you can't tell them otherwise. So
yeah,
it's true. It's true. Unfortunately,
that's too hard.
Crystal. The other Crystal is 5'4". So, I mean, what other jobs have you had?
Me?
Oh,
Mikey, let's go with you first. Let's start with you.
Ooh, well, I started as a wee lad as a painter at the young age of 12 years old with my daddy. And I did that on and off for years. I've done that. I've worked at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory for a couple years in my youth, and I had a really good job, but I didn't know what a good job was. So I went back to painting after that. And then I've done everything from selling cars to vacuums to working for the government, pizza delivery. And I keep going back to construction a lot because you don't have to deal with a lot of BS. You can see your work directly done. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I just had, I liked working in people's homes and working with a team and a crew. But pretty much now it's reseller and YouTuber. And I really enjoy it. And I really like not having to work so hard physically with my body to make $1. So it was a big trade-off, the freedom versus the killing your body all day. So I can't kill my body all day. So working with my head a little bit more.
It's actually pretty crazy.
Jimmy.
My dad was a house painter too, and I helped him paint when I was young as well. I didn't go into it, but when I was like 12, 13, 14, I would help him on the job sites. So I guess if you want to call that my first job, I did that. Then I went into printing for a lot of years, like 8 years. I was a offset printer, printing hospital forms. And then from there, I actually became a mechanic, a diesel mechanic. And a couple other jobs here and there, customer service after I couldn't, because of what Mikey's going through, I had to retire as a mechanic because of hernias. So I went to customer service for a little bit. And now I'm a reseller.
What about you, Sonny?
No, you're next, girl.
Whew, I got a lot. I'm like you, Mike. I've done a lot. So I've waited tables. I was a leasing agent. My dad was in construction. So I've been on a job site since I was 3. And I can run all kinds of heavy equipment and, use all kinds of different tools because of it. So I think that's pretty cool. Leasing agent. I was in customer service at Wells Fargo for a lot of years. I've been a teacher's aide in school, a volleyball coach for 27 years. I worked at retail forever. I owned my own brick and mortar store. I was in mortgages. Ugh. And I've been a mom and a GG, and there's probably a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm probably missing because I just, if I needed to go just do something, I just go and do it. And still like to go build houses and coach volleyball and stuff. But this is, you know, been doing this for a really long time. So
Right.
You've been working for a really long time.
yeah. Well, you know, you start your first job when you're in high school. So
Yep.
yeah.
I started my first job when I was 13. Got kicked out of the house. So I ended up working in the fields picking watermelon, string beans, zucchini, moving irrigation lines. So if you see like the old farming movies and they have like the big wheels with the pipes and it's like shooting like over the fields, those big ones, I used to push those by hands. Me and another guy, rest in peace, Juan Gaetan. We used to do that and wrestle with the water moccasins and stuff. Then after that, when I became of age, I worked for a place called Pizza Inn. They're like back home's competitor, Pizza Hut. They had the most amazing pizza, taco pizzas. It's the only place you could get it. So it's kind of crazy, a taco and a pizza and one. It was the bomb. After that, I wasn't a painter, but I used to work for this company from Pote, Texas. It was like Munoz Painting. They would paint, but they would get me and the other younger kids to go remove the paint from like churches. And this is the first time I learned about paint thinner. Like it was eating my skin. I was burning up and still had to remove the paint. So I rather than crying about it, I just rinsed my hands off and kept working with the paint thinner. Not until later, people were like, that's not good for you. You need to wear gloves. You should have never touched that. Then from that, I ended up going to working in sewer lines. And this was like the first innovative process of what sewer line replacements are today. Rather than digging a big old trench for a long length, they would dig a hole in one area and a hole at the end, and you would put some piping or a cable to pull the piping through, and it would knock away that old piping, and it would just be on the outside. So you never really removed it. You know, it saved a lot of time and let people get their water. So from there, that was at the same time I applied for or enlisted in the Army in 99 and then got out 2004, went back, or 2002, went back 2004. But in between then, I was working for San Miguel lignite mines. So this is like a coal mine. There are two versions. One that's on like top ground where they dig and excavate, and then the caves. I didn't work in the caves. I worked on the top side in the machines. And then from that, back in the military, 2004, got out 2011, went to college. During college, I worked in Hawaii at a Marine base. I would just check in people at the gym. I played the Xbox probably all day, every day, and drank probably about 3 energy drinks during my shift. And then I started college. And then from there, moved here and started a kickboxing instructor, and then working at the post office near on Mikey's side of town, on West Horizon Ridge, 1575 West Horizon Ridge Parkway. So from there, I was working everywhere in that facility, also doing like passports. And then I ended up leaving to do eBay for a while, for like 6 months. And my wife's like, no, tired of you in the house. Go get a job. So I ended up working at the Wynn for 4 years. And just 10 months ago now, I left it and have been doing this full time. So kind of like there's some other jobs that are popping in my head now, but quite a bit of stuff. And I think that's the cool thing about reselling is that you take your experiences of what you liked and didn't like, and you consolidate it into like, I gonna make this work my way. And I like how independent you are as a reseller, you know, like to be your own boss, to have your own schedule. If you don't succeed, is because you are not wanting to succeed, you know. And if you're reaching your goals and more so of what you didn't realize you could do, like it's all on you. Like nobody could make you list. Nobody could make you take photos. You got to figure it out on your own for the most part. Paul Philly Flipper, Mr. NFL.
It's Joe.
Oh, damn, it is Joe.
What do you mean, damn it is? It's like Joe.
Damn, Joe.
Like that's Joe. I don't pick her. What's up, Joe? I apologize. That's
How
not the
dare
first
you,
time I've done
Joe?
that either. Yes, Joe. What are you gonna say
He's
like that?
Joe.
Joe.
Joe is
No,
one.
that is Joe.
I like Joe.
But
I
it
do.
happens to all of us. We've all done that.
Even after all this time, we still get them too confused.
Yeah, it's happened to me before.
I know. Yeah. You read it so fast that you
Yeah.
don't
But
think
that's the
about
problem. I can't read very well.
it. Yeah. Okay.
Sonny was in the Simi was in the army too. Yeah. Derek and Regina had somebody on their live yesterday that was in the Navy and gave some pretty cool stories about the Navy and wrestling, how that worked, like the inside of it, the intel to it. Pretty interesting story how that works out. Any of y'all ever want to be a wrestler?
No.
WWF, you know it, back in the day.
No,
Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, yeah.
no.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan, am I talking to my people with the 2x4? Yeah.
I don't feel like that was my calling. No.
You know what? I could see that, Mikey, because you have Doreen. That's like your
Al
My
Snow
sisters used to be the poor recipients of the elbows and the figure four leg locks. The figure four leg lock was big back in the day. I don't even think they're still doing the figure four leg lock.
I know, right? Bring back the figure four leg lock.
Yes, please.
You've got the Roddy Piper. What's his name? Rodney Piper. You got that look going on right now,
You already
too.
got the kilt too.
Yeah.
I just need to get a plaid kilt. I'm going to go search eBay as soon as we're done with this.
You just hold Doreen's head up, like.
My power, that's my finishing move, Doreen.
There was a wrestler that used to carry around a mannequin head. Al Snow, look it up.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Al Snow did carry around the mannequin head.
I'll
Yeah.
check it out for inspiration.
I'm serious, too. No, but I never watched wrestling. I just happen to know that. That's funny.
No, never had
Figure
to do.
four leg lock, Bret Hart. Thing.
My brother was real into the wrestling, but I never had to. He never leg locked me at all. No.
He never dropped the elbow. Oh,
No.
no. Oh.
So I'm older, but he's like taller. He's much bigger than me. So I didn't have to. He probably could have like dropped me, but I was like, "You're not going to touch me. No way. Get away. Stop it. You gross." Yeah.
Oh,
Now he's
I was-
great, but
I was trying to remember that one move. Everybody was doing it as kids to each other. The crossface chicken wing.
demonstrate.
I need another person. But when I see you in person, I will
I'll be
record
right
it.
over.
Ladies and gents, it is 2 hours and 21 minutes into the live. I know Kristin is having a lot of fun, but it is late for her and Jimmy. I think Jimmy's an hour ahead of me, but still, time is valuable. And I know in about a few minutes, I think Jimmy's kids are gonna unlock the door for him. And he did want
Sonya already did, and she's down here packing, so I'm in the trouble now.
Oh, okay, folks.
See,
So
do you hear?
we're gonna call it a wrap.
Sonia.
Folks, y'all want to share anything before we leave? Tell the folks how awesome they are. Things to
They
look
are
forward
awesome.
to on your channel.
I'll go real quick. I got. I'll be on with Ray on his podcast this Sunday on the Nashville Flippers.
Okay.
And make sure to go check out the Reseller Clickbait podcast that me and Ken are doing. We got some pretty funny episode coming out on Monday as well. We already recorded it. It turned out pretty good. And I think we have some pretty good laughs over there. So go check that out. Reseller Clickbait podcast.
The clickbait, the name just makes me want to click on it anyway. That's awesome. Well, I'll go next. Thank you so much for having me. Like, I feel like one of the cool kids getting to hang out with you guys. So I'm so grateful. I have videos that come out on Wednesdays and Sundays, and I just try to be consistent with that. So.
All right. Well, thank you to everybody for hanging out. I also throw down videos Wednesdays and Sundays. It's a good choice, Kristin. And I also do a live stream every single Friday night at 7 o'clock.
Tomorrow.
7 o'clock West Coast time. I hang out with my super wife, Super Court, and my awesome, amazing friends occasionally. And I go to different places around Las Vegas. So if you get a chance, come say hi in the chat. And yeah, thank you for having me on, Sonny and Jimmy. I appreciate it. It's always fun to hang out with Kristin. So yes, I've enjoyed it all. Thank you for everyone who's tuned in.
All right, folks. I'll be working on hopefully another video before I leave to Twin Falls, Idaho. I definitely don't want to have like a gap while I'm away without a week with no videos. So I need to do some. I need to work on some stuff until we leave. If not, I'm going to see about still doing a live chat next Thursday. If not, You already know why. I'll be out with my family, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I hope you gotta learn some new faces and give them a follow. Checking them out. If you like them, give them that thumbs up and subscribe and hit that little bell. It does make a difference, and I appreciate you all so much. Not only those in the chat, but those also here on the panel, because they help me be who I want to be little by little each day. Still not up to my wife's standards, but I'm getting there. That's a different story. So, folks, take it easy. Thank you all. Stay tuned for next time.